Getting back into our recap, the group of you have learned a little of how Lady C, Commodore of the Devil's Buccaneers, protects her treasure from a would-be thief that most people believed had gotten trapped trying to break into her tall citadel fortress, but was in fact caught on the escape. He had found a room that should have been filled with riches beyond his wildest imaginations to instead be empty. Through speaking with other individuals about town here in Brigandhold, you've learned that a strange number of rumors and artifacts seem to be tied in some way or another to the Commodore. Talk of vicious blood magics of some type that she uses when she does deign to go to sea and plunder vessels. You've located a number of things. A ring and a pendant, most specifically. The ring had made its way to the Commodore based on Tang's friendly attitude with the local herbologist. The pendant had been worn by a man named Horace, who is captain of the Kraken's Maw, or leader of the Kraken's Maw Tavern. It seemed out of place, and you've learned more rumors of his forbidden nature to be at sea at the same time as your Commodore. And you've also learned that he lied to you about how close he is to Lady C. You've hired this thief, seemingly skillful enough as he is, to acquire this pendant for you, such as you believe it might aid you in some way in your plans that are unfurling. The price of this hiring was the acquisition of a gem, a large ruby, that was said to be in the possession of Lady C, and which the thief very truly believes is there, but is also not there every now and then. You've come to the conclusion that Lady C keeps her vault, her treasures, in the barrier between reality and unreality, a place known as the negative ethereal, the space through which teleportation happens. You've struck a deal with a possibly insane map collector and salesman. He had a surprising capability of the arcane and agreed to send you into the negative ethereal and then wait to get you back out. If you collect for him a book said to be in the possession of Lady C, a leather-bound tome of no name that has a tongue nailed to the cover. Seeing it as your best option, you agreed. The pendant was acquired, and you identified it, learning that this such pendant protects whomsoever wears it from the extremely hostile and detrimental effects of the negative ethereal. This is a space that clings and tries to worm its way in through your weakest defenses. For every 10 minutes that you spend in there, there's a chance that you permanently lose one of your hit points. Necrotic damage is heightened in this space, and any and all teleportation magics fail to function. You learn this through research and Jaya's own personal study. Collected your accoutrement, made your plan, and met with your map collector. In you went. Advised that the tear in reality will last, but it can't be moved. So to be able to escape from this region back to the material space from which you come, you need to come back to the same point. This point manifested itself in the negative ethereal, this dark mirror of the material reality, as a portal set in stone. Not unfamiliar to the group of you who have made your travel across the continent by henge gates time and time again. You found yourselves in a small depression in the ground, likely the space from which this individual's map shop had been made in the original reality. It just was not mirrored here. There are decrepit ruins all about, withered plants, and a soft shambling sound that you heard. The stealthiest amongst you, Dunan, decided to creep up and see what this sound was. And see he did, as a procession of emaciated, corpse-like individuals was proceeding along a trail of some sort. Dunan was not the stealthiest of individuals in this instant, very unbecoming of him. And these creatures became aware of your presence and attempted to fall upon you. The group of you are quick, and we find ourselves in initiative. Let me pull up our tracker. All right. I believe that puts it to Aeolus, top of the order.
Yeah. I'm going to turn with the Star Metal blaster and try to aid Shia. And I will fire at the one that is to the south of her. Hopefully we hit.
And Heliwrast, I need you to roll into initiative as well, please. 26. There we go. That was the one south of Jaya, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, at 20, that absolutely hits for 13 points, correct?
And then one lightning, and for a fully loaded shot, it's 9 bludgeoning on top.
Okay.
And then I'll use my bonus action to reload.
So that is 18, 20, 23. Okay.
I'll use my bonus action, and I'll reload and fire at the same one again.
Second attack.
Yep.
Go for it. Yeah, 18 hits. These guys are not well armored in the slightest. They are not quick moving. These are the closest thing to sitting ducks that you've seen in a while. 16 points. And that is sufficient as you see the second pellet burn through his head, leaving a hole about the size of a silver coin. And that will dispatch him.
And then I will end my turn by pointing in the rough direction of where we have to go. Of where the where our target should lie if we were in our plane.
Correct. And that's vaguely to the east of this map.
Yeah.
All right. And staying put where you are?
Yep.
All right. That'll bring us to Jaya with Dunan on deck. And I have tank stat block up.
I feel like I went into Blade's song last time, but I don't have it marked on my sheet. So.
I believe I had asked if you were, and you said you were electing to save it because you guys don't have a long rest in here.
Yes, because we were trying to not burn all of our resources.
I believe that was your explanation at that point. You're more than welcome to use it now, though.
Yeah, sure. I'll do that. Definitely. Take the DM's word for it. Okay.
I'll take that as a no.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that absolutely hits. These guys have 12 AC. Most of you are rolling to not get 1s and 2s at this point.
But it doesn't take the poison damage, right?
I'm double checking. That is correct. They are immune to poison. You've established at this point.
Jeez, I'm fucking gonna try it, even though.
Hey!
Hey!
All right, that's 11 damage there. All right, 11. He's looking rough. To the shadow or the one next to Dunan for the chance to continue going?
The one next to Dunan.
Okay, go for it.
Oh.
That's still damage.
Still.
Yeah. It's more damage than your sword deals.
Yep.
All right.
So you said these guys had 12 hit points and the guy next to me took
12 AC.
20? Oh, okay.
Their armor class is 12. You guys are rolling to basically not get 1s and 2s. I think Dunan only misses on a natural 1 right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. These guys are easy targets for the group of you. They're a little bit chunky. Movement, bonus action?
Definitely not going to move. I don't think I have a bonus action for this one, so no, I'm good.
Okay. That'll bring us to Dunan with the first the shadows on deck. Pardon me.
Do I see the shadows?
You do. They have just emerged out of entirely solid walls from your perspective.
Guys, we're getting more company so that everybody notices them, and then I'm gonna smack the one in front of me. I still have divine favor on from last time. Cool.
You should.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just lasts a minute outright. All right. 21. Yeah, absolutely. That one is barely standing at this point.
I'm gonna finish it off.
Go for it. I don't see a red number. You're good. And with that, you crush in the... I didn't delete... Okay, yeah, good. I thought I deleted my initiative tracker for a moment.
And... yeah, well, I braced myself for the big shadowy thing approaching.
Okay. And that'll bring it... are you moving? Staying put?
I'm staying put.
Staying put. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
And that will bring us to the shadows with Heliwrast on deck. This one looks like it... You're not sure if it walks or sort of glides along the ground. It's going to swing around this way and make a swipe at you, Jaya. Does a 10 hit you?
No.
Okay. The other is going to similarly swoop along the ground into here. And then make a swing at 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Three, 4. Aeolus.
Let's go.
8 to hit you. No good.
Yay.
Okay. That is their turn entirely. Brings us to Heliwrast with Tang on deck.
Okay. Heliwrast, that's down from where everybody kind of climbed a little slope to get up there?
Correct. You're in a concave depression.
Okay.
There's not a penalty on movement, but anything up on that ledge would be half cover, I would say, from like if you're shooting a ranged
Right.
attack.
Okay. I'm gonna try. I'm not sure about the shadows. I'm just gonna try to eliminate the threat of this scambler to the west of Jaya. I'm gonna hit it with firebolt.
Okay. Jeez, yeah. You don't have radiant damage, but that's a great damage roll. 20 points of damage. That is enough to dispatch that one.
Okay. And then I'm gonna move up to as close as I can. I would say here.
Mhm.
And pull Corin.
Certainly. Go ahead and pull her out, get her hit points set.
I
That'll
will.
bring us to Tang. There's currently two of the adepts fleeing from, I believe Tang had turned undead. And smite seer undead, I believe. She's trying to conserve her stuff. She is going to Sacred Flame the shadow nearest to Dunan. And that is a dex save. That is a failure. It takes 14 points of radiant damage, and the group of you watch as it seems to take significantly more and be vulnerable to that hit. It takes 28. And it is recoiling rapidly. That brings us to Siegfried with the Adepts on deck. Tang's gonna get altitude, though.
Cool.
She's not stupid.
When we were doing research on the negative ethereal, we learned that the daylight spell works differently here, right?
You did not.
Okay. I thought we did.
No. Necrotic damage works differently here.
Okay, never mind.
Yeah.
Alright.
Necrotic damage dice are sized up by one category. So a d6
Yeah.
becomes a d8. A d12 becomes 2d6.
Seeing as I'm not sure if this will work against these guys, but we were able to drive shadows away with light. I want to cast the daylight spell.
Okay.
And I would like to press the point, put the point like between the two, to kind of trying to split them.
Okay, so we got...
I don't know if it changed to the 2024 daylight, if there's any difference. I think this is the old BHB one.
I think the major change to the spell was just it's now sunlight.
Okay.
Which is what it should have been literally forever.
Yeah.
Let me grab a spell.
And
A spell
I believe,
template. It's a 60-foot radius.
Yep, 60-foot radius
Fucking massive.
from a point you choose within range. Dim light for additional 60. You choose a point on an object you are holding or one that isn't being worn or carried. If you choose a point. I'm just putting it on the ground.
Okay. Oh, this will work. Okay. So it is 60 feet, correct?
60 bright, 60 dim.
Well, I'm measuring bright.
Yeah.
I think that radius is very close to correct. Almost.
I like that daylight template though.
That's daylight.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
I have a lot of spells that have crazy radiuses right now.
Kick that right there is fine.
Yep. That's totally fine.
All right. Kick to the map layer.
Mm.
You immediately see these shadows are sort of recoiling and shifting and trying to find places to hide from this bright, shadowless creating light. Everything appears flat within this radius at the moment. It's quite strange.
Yeah. I imagine it looks very different than the
Yeah.
normal plane
Yeah.
or material plane. What are the rules again of doing a range attack while you're in melee combat?
So anything that makes a ranged attack roll while you're in melee is going to have disadvantage unless you have a specific feat or something that allows you to ignore that.
I'm just gonna take a disadvantaged archery shot at the one in front of me.
Okay, go for it.
With a bonus action.
Yep.
Where is it? Where's Archer? There it is.
Fantastic. And that is radiant damage, correct? Not force?
Yeah. Does it hit with an 11?
It does not.
Yeah. So. That
You were
is
close.
Yeah. Yep.
All right. Anything else?
No, that's my action and bonus action.
All right. That'll bring us to the Adept's turn. This one is fleeing. It is off map. This one is fleeing. It gets off map. And that is the last of the ones that are turned. These three are behind the wall of ice, and they are attempting to climb it. Unsuccessful.
Yeah, daylight isn't concentration, so the wall of ice is still
I'm aware.
I forgot. I was like, oh no, I almost dropped.
So they are. You hear the scrambling sounds on the other side of this wall of ice. And that's all of my adepts. The rest are dead. Okay, Aeolus, Mujaya on deck.
Aeolus is going to attempt to unload into the creature that's right next to him.
Okay. Give him a piece of your mind. Well, there you go.
Oh,
That's crit. Roll him again, also.
it'll be more natural ones.
I see green numbers.
That's funny.
Alright, so we got 4, 10, 12, 18, 22, 31. That is sufficient, as this thing is trying to recoil and avoid the light, and no matter how it's trying to sort of look around for a small splash of shadow upon the ground somewhere that it can try to take refuge, you find the opening and it just dissipates into nothing as you destroy it.
Awesome. I'm gonna stay right where I'm at and use Siegfried to balance my shot and try to shoot at the second one.
Also a hit. Alright. I'm assuming the bonus action was reload there.
Yes.
Alright, that'll be 9 points. Okay.
And I will stay where I'm at.
Sounds good. That brings us around to Jaya with Dunan on deck.
Combo. Ooh, 15 hit.
15 hits. And they are not immune to poison damage.
Ooh.
And that is a magical weapon. So, you're good all the way.
I'll do one more just to. Hey.
Wow.
Although there's nothing else in range, is there?
Are they 30 feet away from one of the guys on the other side?
Are they? Yeah,
Not quite.
they are more than 30 feet.
Darn.
I'll
All right.
take it.
All right. Are you saying, Jaya, are you taking the wing? Are you doing anything there?
No. Well, maybe I'll staying within its range. I'm just gonna scooch around to the back
Yeah, go for it. All right. And that'll bring us around to Dunan, set up admirably for the flank.
Well, he's not gonna pass on that chance, so he's gonna flank Vishaya. Let's finish that one off. And one.
Yeah, 18 hits. So that how much of that is radiant? 3 double to 6. So
Yeah.
plus 2 is 8. Plus 9 is 17. 17, 23, 25, 40 points of damage between the two attacks. Ample between you and Jaya in this round to annihilate this thing. Could have killed it from full.
And then I'm gonna turn to Yolos. Which way?
East. And then I just turn towards the ice wall.
I moved like 20 feet. I can move back to my position.
Okay. Sounds good. That'll bring us to Heliwrast with Tang on deck.
I can drop concentration at any time, right? Or
Yes.
does it have to be during my turn?
You could drop it at any time.
Okay, I think before Heli's turn, I will drop Wall of Ice since
Noted.
Viola said east. Yeah.
So wait, so how far do the skeletons fall that we're climbing?
There we go. They were scrambling. They weren't actually getting over the wall of ice.
Oh.
They don't have the appropriate climbing equipment. All right, Heli, it's around to you. The wall drops in a shimmering mist, and through the water vapor, you see 3 more of these individuals getting their bearings.
Okay. She's just gonna move next to Dunan. If I could get my computer to do this. And she's gonna do a Spellfire short bow attack.
Are you attuned to it, or does it require attunement?
No, I just have to have my bow in my hand, which
Okay.
I do.
Gotcha.
And it's gonna be. Let's see here. My computer is so freaking slow today. Come on.
You do not have the
Oh,
Spellfire
sorry.
short bow.
Oh, I don't anymore?
No, you are attuned to the Tempest Griffin Bracers, Shade and Shine, and the Animated Shield. It does require attunement.
Okay, never mind.
Yeah,
Okay, let's
yeah.
see here. Then never mind those rolls.
Yeah.
Which were not pulling up for me anyway. Okay, then she's gonna just shit, I don't know.
You have Shade and Shine. You can get in melee if you
And
want.
I don't want to wait that. I don't want to use that on these bitches. These are so small. I'm just gonna firebolt the one closest to Tang.
Okay, go for it. The 12 hits. It's
Sorry,
not a 1.
The 12 hits him.
Yeah,
Yeah, okay,
so-
great.
11 points of fire damage.
Okay.
Can
and
you
then,
unmark the shine buff on your sheet when you have a moment also, so it stops rolling your
Yeah.
radiant? Thank you.
Well, okay, let's see. I'm gonna actually keep shine buff on as my bonus action in this turn, and that's it.
You didn't activate it yet.
I'm going to activate it now.
Okay, how long does it last?
Let's see here. I don't know. It doesn't show it here.
Okay. You can activate it if you want. I'm asking because you have this fight fairly handily covered if you want to spend the resource.
Yeah, because I don't know what's happening next, and I just want to make sure that
Okay.
I've got that covered. So
Okay. You have your
Fine.
shine buff active. Go for it. And that'll bring
Yep.
us to Tang, who will do her Sacred Flame on the same one.
and I-
Jesus Christ, that's a lot of damage. No, they got a natural 1. That dispatches the northern one. 2 remaining. That brings us to Siegfried. And Tang is going to move this way to start trying to see if there's anything else coming and making sure.
Cool, that makes sense. To... Okay, alright, I'm just checking the ranges on things. I am just going to Sacred Flame the one that's within 30 feet of me, which is that one. I'm not concentrating anymore. So Sacred Flame.
The one within 30 feet of you.
Yep, the northern one.
Okay. When did you get Sacred Flame?
I've always had Sacred Flame. I just never use it.
Oh, do you get it for stars?
Produce flame. Sorry.
Oh,
Yeah, not Sacred Flame.
okay. I was very confused for a moment.
Yeah.
13 hits, 8 points
And
of
then,
damage.
bonus action, Archer. That's my turn.
And then another 8 on top of that.
The 8 is Radiant, technically.
These guys are not vulnerable. The shadows were. Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah. All right. That'll bring us to the Adepts, who will close in. They get to make some attacks. We have a bite, a claw, and a cleaver on Dunan, and the same thing on Heliwrast. Claws first. Dunan, you have a 6 to hit you. Heli, you have a 15 to hit you.
Nope.
All right. Bites are 10 and 14. No good. Cleavers. 22 on Dunan. Does that hit you?
Ah, yes.
Ah! 10 points of slashing
Beats it,
damage.
beats it.
God damn it.
Is that magical or not?
No. And that doesn't matter anymore. Magical, non-magical, you just reduce.
Oh.
Yeah.
How much? 12? So
10 reduced by your proficiency bonus.
which is temporary HP.
Which is 4, yeah. Which is your
Yeah,
temp. So it doesn't even get to your actual hit points.
No.
Alright, that'll bring us around to Aeolus with Jaya on deck.
Aeolus will fire the Star Middle Blaster because my Sacred Flame's not up to date and I can't continue the theme.
Okay.
Look.
Oh no, I'll just crit with the weapon twice in a row. Boo-hoo. Jesus.
Blue.
10, 11. He got a max and a minimum at the same time. So 10, 21, 21, 28, 39,
Rolling hot.
42, 46 points. Yeah, annihilates the northern one.
And then I will
One little pellet goes in, shotgun blast out of the back.
fire at the second one.
Okay. 15 points is still pretty significant. All right. That'll bring us
Aeolus
to...
feels powerful.
It's the most damage Aeolus has ever done.
Yeah.
Brings us to Jaya. You might make a summer home here.
Terrible time. Okay.
This is where I moved to.
Amazing. Now I'm gonna have fucking Princess Bride stuck in my head, which I'm not complaining about, but how far?
1 sec, I'm statting up ROUSs.
That's what these are, right? Come on.
They are
Okay,
now.
so I'm going to fucking A. Oh, having. I'm just gonna scooch over. Can I do 2 arcs in one or no?
No, so it replaces one of your attacks with the attack action with the cantrip, not both of them. But I think you have 30 feet of movement, right? So you're
Yeah,
here.
but he's 35 away.
You not enough to get next to him.
Exactly.
Gotcha.
I'll just, I guess, fire over or under Corin.
Probably over. Corn's like the size of a corgi.
Yeah.
We have 15 hits. 6 points. All right. Anything else for Jaya?
I think so.
Okay. Dunan, bring us home.
Yes, sir. Well, to be absolutely sure, I'm gonna flank. Roll with advantage.
Yep, and Heli does have her melee weapons out because she activated Shine, so you're good.
Mm-hmm.
1 and the 2.
Yeah. I'm not even adding it up.
Ping, ping.
That annihilates it. It had 20 points left. I saw 15, and I was like, I know you got it at that point. All right. That is going to take the group of you out of initiative.
We should move quickly. Aeolus, lead the way.
I will start to lead them east.
All right. Initiative's cleared. And there we go. Let's adjust our music. A little bit less creepy. Okay. To the east you go. There it is. Firstly, I'd like to know how the group of you are intending to proceed. And Heliwrast, are you shedding light because you have the Shine Aura equipped?
Yes,
Okay.
unless that's a disadvantage, but
You are going to have disadvantage. Well, not disadvantage on stealth. You are more easily seen.
Okay.
Because as you see as you begin to wander, there is not a lot of natural light within this space, but that's okay.
no. Yeah, just gonna keep Shine going because she's convinced that something else is gonna jump out of
Okay.
out of the fog, and she just wants to have that ready.
Yeah, I think we're just following
Mhm.
Aeolus east as fast as we can.
Okay. I'm
Alright.
trying to
Let me
make haste.
clarify for myself. We're going. Yeah,
No, go ahead, please.
we're going east because that's where the thing is pointing.
That's where his rod is pointing.
That's the
Rod
mirrored
is
version of
pointing.
the Citadel and the rod. Yeah. Well, east and up, but yes. A few minutes pass as you are traveling with speed, I take it? Trying to
Yes.
prioritize time over stealth?
Yep.
Okay. You make decent distance. I would like each of you to make me a saving throw using your worst saving throw bonus.
Alrighty.
Oh boy.
Cool. Do I still get my aura?
You do. The rest of them do not because they did not spend the last full 10 minutes within it. Okay.
I've never seen a 0 before. I
Ooh,
hit. I
I
rolled
need to
a
roll.
1
I need to roll 10.
Oh no.
and charisma is a -1.
And
So
10 is
rolls,
strength.
guys.
All right.
God, we are such a charismatic bunch.
With the exception of Dunan, all of you reduce your maximum hit points by 1. So please make a note in your flaws section. I think Heliwrast,
Yeah,
you did not have this
Would
included.
Heli have gotten the aid to boost her max HP or?
Aid was only 3 targets, I believe.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So aid was doled out.
And we only lose 1 HP off our max, correct?
Correct. So reduce your max by 1. Keep track of what your original maximum was, just in case you can restore it at some point. In your flaws section on your sheet, put hit points or HP lost in ethereal, -1, with the exception of Dunn, who's still at 0 lost. These hit points are lost for good unless significantly powerful magics restore them.
Yeah.
I'm too smart for the serial plane.
Additionally, for the record, so you guys are aware, that loss of hit point does prevent something such as a short rest or a long rest, because you've effectively taken damage during that time. So,
Oh.
short rest is there's a chance you can succeed. Oh, sorry, my mistake. Hold on. Who's wearing the amulet?
Kang.
Tang does not lose any hit points in that case, then.
Yep.
Okay.
And does that mean that she can short rest?
Tang
easier, though.
Tang can short rest safely, while
Yep.
the other 5 of you make saves for an hour.
Cool.
If necessary.
Yep.
Now the amulet is non-attunement, so she could pass it off to someone else who, if you really wanted one person to get the benefits of a short rest, for example.
Yep.
So you have options here. Tang does not need to make the saves, which is great because now I don't have to worry about her stat block. As you wander, you feel this sapping of energy. The ethereal nature of this space worming its way in, finding your weaknesses, and little small iota of yourselves is lost to the space. As you proceed, I'd like all of you to make a perception check, please. Okay. Pretty good. Jaya and Aeolus, the two of you notice it first. Up ahead is a sort of like a heat shimmer type effect. Oh, Heliwrast notices as well. It looks like it's the mirror of some of the lowlands of part of the town. That sort of dips down the spot that would connect the lower level of the island towards the bay, towards that upper ridge that the mapmaker's shop was on. And there's this sort of dip down in the middle before it goes back up that you see up ahead of you. And there's this almost heat shimmer effect just before it, where space seems to be warped slightly. It gives you enough pause as you notice it, that it seems out of place.
Is it in the direction where we need to go?
It is. You can try to proceed through it post haste. You can try to find a way around it. You can try to identify what it is. It's up to you.
Um,
I'm just
Can
telling
I
you, you
walk
notice a
up?
thing.
can I walk up and cast detect magic?
Certainly. Spell slot.
Yes.
Okay. As you intone the necessary components for the spell, and your eyes shimmer with this second sense, I'd like you to make me an investigation check as well. There is magic here. You do spot something that registers slightly out of place thanks to the detect magic. The heat shimmer has this pseudo aura of enchantment upon it. It does not seem remarkably strong in any way. More interestingly, though, you see glyphs upon the side of the pathway here, just almost totally obscured underneath a flat rock but the rock's been shifted ever so slightly, and they have this glow underneath the sense of this spell that you're picking up. As you shift the small bit of slate and rock that was covering it, there's a carving. These 4 glyphs you recognize as representing the numerals 0112.
Okay.
Seemed out of place to you. You are eagle-eyed enough that you picked this up between your senses and detect magic.
I'm gonna call Shia over.
Hmm?
Hey, can you make anything of this? I'm not very magically inclined, but this seems out of place. And this doesn't seem very strong, but it also feels like a trap.
I mean, with a 26 investigation, I don't know if I'm gonna get better than you.
You can make a roll for it if you'd like, and then it'll be the final
I-
roll on it.
I'm just asking, like, what is your arcane experience?
Can I do an Arcana check on it?
Certainly. It looks to be a very simple enchantment based on your approximation. It probably was just made to keep these things from eroding over time, you'd imagine. The piece of stone that they are emblazed upon does look like it was maybe part of like some type of like brick wall, stone wall or something. Like it's not like a stone on the ground. In like or part of the ground. It looks like maybe it was part of a building at some point.
Hmm.
I mean, maybe it's the house number. I don't know.
Or maybe it's a passphrase. I I I would like to pick up the stone. Should we take it with us, or should we leave it?
No
Maybe
idea.
it fits in somewhere.
20 pounds.
How big is it?
About the size of maybe 1.5 of Aeolus's head. Like it's a hefty stone. Like not something. It's not like fist size. It's a bit chunky.
Are there in any particular order right now? Or they're just scattered around?
No, it's 1 stone.
Okay. Oh, 1 stone.
Yeah.
So it's 0112.
Correct.
Aeolus
Maybe
like has it
both?
like on his shoulder.
It looks like he's carrying a sack of flour almost, or pumpkin.
Want me to handle that, Diolas?
I mean, if we want to take it with us, and I don't know, I kind of feel like I can handle it.
Isn't it odd that it's just here?
Yes, and there is a quite possibility that me messing with it has alarmed something that we're here. But
Oh,
Alice just kind of like thinks for a second and then just drops the stone behind him.
should at least remember the
There's
numbers.
a sound as it hits the mostly dirt and stone ground.
Oh, don't worry, I have the numbers memorized. Now we just have to step through this.
Proceed through the shimmer.
I'll go first.
Yeah, I think we proceed.
There's not a clear delineation of where this begins and ends as you continue to follow Aeolus's inevitable pull. A moment passes, another. I'd like you to each make a charisma saving throw for me, please. You do get Dunan's before on this. Jesus Christ, Dunan. What's your bonus? Is it 5?
5.
Okay. So Heliwrast is an 8. Aeolus is 12. Jaya is 8. Y'all are great. Jaya, Heliwrast, and Aeolus fail. Siegfried doesn't succeed. I would like Aeolus and Jaya to both roll me a D, and Heliwrast, pardon me, to roll a D4. The failed saviors.
There's other numbers on the dice.
All right, spend all your high rolls now. It's okay. I'm not upset.
No, I don't want to.
Okay. Heliwrast, fantastic. All of you take the D4 damage that you rolled. It's not actual loss of hit points, you just take damage to your hit points. Like normal. And you all hear whispers echoing. They sound faint and far away, and then all of a sudden up close next to you. Causing you to turn your heads, think something's near you. For the next hour, you have disadvantage on your wisdom saving throws, as you are racked by the whispers and voices of loved ones begging you to turn back. Abandon this mission. Be not here.
That's like really confusing for Aeolus because the only loved ones he has are around him. And he's just like,
You hear
What'd you say,
voices
Frank?
of members of Blackburn that have perished alongside you in battle.
not Frank, no.
Frank was murder.
Oh, like,
Proceeding onwards. Unless you'd like to abandon.
pushing on.
Okay.
Yep.
Within about 8 to 9 minutes time from here, you reach the shattered gates of what appears to be the entrance to the Citadel. Fractured building, half toppled. Your rod is drawing you inside, Aeolus.
I think we're here. Is anyone hurt? I'll look around to see if anyone looks even the slightest injured.
I think everyone looks
Right.
pretty good.
Yeah, I think it's you guys who rolled those D4s are probably the most damaged out of all of us right now.
I do need another saving throw against the negative ethereal,
2?
though.
That's okay.
So another saving throw.
Yeah, worst save. You guys have not gotten into combat in the last 10 minutes. You do benefit from Dunan's aura. Assuming the group of you would have been staying together at this point. Siegfried's success, Dunan's success, Jaya's success, Aeolus failure. And I need Heli's save using your worst. Dunan, your bonus is 5, correct?
Correct.
Yeah. I
Heli
believe-
fails. So Heli and Aeolus lose 1 hit point permanently. Off in the distance, somewhere behind you, Tang would hear it. I believe Aeolus hears it, and Jaya, I believe, also has a high passive. Clanging metal sound. Interrupted by about a 1.5 second pause, 2 second pause, and another thud with clanging metal sound. Sounds like a very large creature walking somewhere. Possibly garbed armor.
We should probably avoid that.
Somewhere behind you.
Silent Hill vibes.
Do you want me to cast Pass Without a Trace again?
Yeah, let's try to approach the inside.
Okay.
Carefully but quickly.
I will cast Pass Without a Trace.
Okay. That lasts for 1 hour concentration. Fantastic.
Yep, 1 hour concentration. And,
Okay.
I assume we'll all make stealth rolls now.
Yep, I'd like a stealth from everybody, please. At this point, Shine's aura has dissipated, Heli, because it's been 20 minutes. So you're fine there. We have plus
That's
10s,
No,
13,
no.
28, 18, 21, 19.
In line with
How
his
many of you have heavy armor on? Oh my god.
Yeah.
Jaya is your
mean-
rogue at this point. God damn.
I mean,
I stick with heavy armor.
Because I have the splint mail
Yeah,
now.
he got splint.
Ah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Didn't know
he
that.
picked up proficiency. He has proficiency in it, and he picked up
medium
splint.
armor. Yeah.
Well, splint's heavy armor.
Oh, wait. Then I can't wear that. I don't have heavy armor proficiency.
That's why I'm thinking druids can't wear heavy armor, right?
Well, they can, as long as they pick up the
Yeah,
proficiency.
No,
The whole
Scale mail. I don't think scale mail is heavy.
yeah, split. Yeah, scale mail's not heavy. It's medium.
So yeah, so I shouldn't be getting this heavy armor thing.
Oh no,
Yeah.
splint also. Oh, sorry, scale also has disadvantage. Half of the medium armors have disadvantage.
Okay, so it's still medium armor, but I get disadvantage. Okay.
Correct. Yeah. Well, it's better than chain shirt, which is the step. It's the step up from chain shirt.
Yeah, that makes
It's
sense.
chain shirt, scale, breastplate, half plate, and scale and half plate have a disadvantage.
Yep.
Uh,
Don't fail us. I did the best I could. At least this covers our
rain mountain.
tracks at the very least.
I'm just over here like
Into the citadel you go. You find the air is eerily still throughout the space, and there is a stale smell of old rot, like something has died and decayed in this space and has since been removed, but the entire lack of movement in the atmosphere of this space has allowed the smell to persist and not dissipate in untold amounts of time. Following the rod, it seems to lead up. You're looking for a staircase, eventually finding one. And you find yourselves walking down a hallway. Just seems to be a straight hallway. No doors on either side. Rod is pointing in that direction. On you
and
go.
Yep. As we move forward, can I check for traps?
You certainly may. I'd like you to make investigation checks, specifically for looking for traps for me.
Yep.
Since you're already moving at half pace because you have Pass Without Trace going, no more penalty on your speed anyway. So, I will keep that in mind as we go. Following this hallway, there's you realize a gentle slope to the right. A gentle curve to the right, pardon me. Such that you can't see more than about 50 feet ahead of you. Or, pardon me, 50 feet total. Like 25 ahead, 25 behind you, roughly. As you follow this curve around. Following it for 5 minutes. 10 minutes pass. There's been no change. The rod's still pointing forward. Like you ought to make a save against the negative ethereal.
Oh, it's a 9.
What do you have disadvantage right now?
Yep.
You fail then, even with Dunan's bonus. Heli succeeds. Siegfried fails.
I fail at Dun's bonus?
You do. Just
Okay.
barely. Target's 15.
Yep, I assumed.
And you have woe at the moment.
Yep, I can't.
I know. Mighty unfortunate roll for the day.
Yeah, I rolled for the first time in months. I rolled woe twice in a row.
Yeah, and wheel would have been much better today.
Yeah.
Um,
Now it
So-
just means I need to try and petrify someone in ice.
yeah, there you go. Another 5 minutes pass. This hallway is not changing. You've been walking for
And-
15 minutes in this hallway.
I am going to stop. I will drop down to one knee, take the rucksack, and I will spend 10 minutes creating a potion of healing.
Ah, okay.
And then once that is done, I will shake it.
Bright light, dim light for 30 feet. Invisible creatures and objects are visible. Okay. So doing this for 10 minutes will result in another save being forced on all of you. While Aeolus intones this plan and gets started on it, the group of you have effectively 5 minutes before another save happens if you wish to do anything.
I would just like to do a perception check, to see if there's any like bookcases or
Certainly.
like any of the other treasures that we're looking for. If there's any sign of them,
Go for it.
the rubies or bookcases.
Jeez.
There you go.
That's a very good roll. Taking a glance around, the hallway through which you're walking has no sconces, windows, doors, tapestries, remarkably strange cut stones in the walls of any sort, crumbling ruins, cracks, crevices. There's been no indication of traps, no broken bits of stone that have been left here or there, discarded pieces of gear. You've passed effectively almost bare stone in this slightly vaulted ceiling, a slightly vaulted hallway for the last 15 minutes. It all looks identical. You do not find anything of note, and you feel quite confident that there's something strange about this hallway into which you've walked.
Does it remind me of like the illusions I make using hallucinatory terrain?
Make an intelligence check. If you have an investigation bonus, you can add it.
No, just intelligence. My worst roll. Oh, pretty
It
good.
very
good.
much seems like you've wandered into an illusion.
I let
And I-
everyone. I tell Aeolus this is an illusion. We need to break it.
Wait. I might be able to help with that. Is there like a point?
It's
Or-
all around us. This entire hallway is an illusion.
All right, then I'll try something. All right, and I have to spell magic.
Certainly. Would you like to cast Dispel Magic?
Yes, I will.
Okay. What does it look like as you cast Dispel Magic, Dunan?
It's just he's focusing, and then just pushes his hands forward, and you see like the blue sizzling between his fingers.
As the blue sizzle dissipates from your fingers, you see it catch onto the fabric of reality all around the hallway. It feels like you are momentarily enveloped in this lightning storm as it ripples and quickly burns away the illusion that you now see yourselves in a straight hallway of about 20 feet in length, ruins almost open to the atmosphere on the left-hand side of you. The stairs that you had come up behind you, and the hall itself lets out a deafening, otherworldly scream. I would like all of you to make a wisdom saving throw. Some of you have disadvantage on. Siegfried success. Heliwrast. You have Dunan's bonus, so that is a 13 is a failure. Aeolus fails. Jaya succeeds with Dunan's bonus. Dunan succeeds with Dunan's bonus. Okay. Aeolus and Heliwrast. DC was 15. Neither of you failed by 5 or more. So you are not aged by horrifying visage. But you are frightened for the next 10 minutes. Disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks.
The banshee or some kind of.
Wait a
Yeah.
second. Wait a second. I have aura of courage. They can't be frightened.
Okay, never mind. They're not frightened then.
Finally.
They're just not. I mean, the fail of 5 or more is aged by 1d4 times 10 years.
Let's go.
Didn't
Wait
that
a
happen
minute.
to us in Tome of Annihilation?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this triggers as you dispel the illusion with magic, Dunan. You hold your weapons tense, wary of something attacking you, but there is no immediate threat. It seems like there was a rider on the illusory trap.
Hold on, I'm almost done.
He's 2 minutes into crafting this thing.
Yeah, I think we're all set.
I think we can go. I mean, if you want to
What do
stay
you-
here,
The fuck happened to the hallway?
It was an illusion, Aeolus. Let's keep going.
yes. The mighty dwarf dispelled it. Come on, let's go.
Everyone's so good at magic now.
And leaving you behind, Aeolus. Leaving you behind. Okay.
I get younger and they progress. Alright, start to lead them.
Okay. Proceeding onwards, you find at the very end of this hallway within sight a spiral staircase leading up to a landing and a door with a peaked top. Rod is trying to pull you through the door, Aeolus. It's no longer pushing up.
I will stop and will that's the target. I don't want to get too close in case it's right on the other side of the door.
You do not see a keyhole, door handle, or any other type of latch upon the door.
And I knock on the door and
You
knock
may.
in a 1-1-2 pattern.
Like one stop, and then 2 quick ones?
Yep.
You may. Knock in said pattern, leaving about a gap of a second in between as needed. Nothing happens.
Well, I'm all out of ideas.
Can I try to push against the door?
As you lean your weight into the door, nothing seems to happen.
Weird.
Does that stone react anyway as you move it closer to the door?
We didn't bring the stone. I threw the stone.
Oh. Never mind. I don't know. Raya, you have an idea? Any idea? You're kind of the
We don't see any
the
hinges
safeguard.
on this side, right? It's not a pull
none-
door.
It does not appear to be, no.
Okay.
I don't think we can hear Meg if she's talking. I can't see her.
I was just looking at my
Oh, no.
no, I was looking at my spell or my list going, what the hell can I possibly do here?
I mean,
Um
I also have something I can try. But
Alright, go
I'll
for it.
wait for you.
I mean, by all means, Aeolus.
Sure. I'm gonna put my hand up against the door, and I'm gonna cast Levitate on the door itself.
Okay. an object, so there's no save. It just works. The door does not even shift in its frame in any way.
And then I'm going to ask everyone to move out from behind me, and I'm going to take the mimic's tongue and lash it to the door and try to pull it towards me.
Okay. As you strike the door, there's a very faint sheen of magical ward that illuminates at the point of the strike. And you see very briefly, but the group of you are eagle-eyed enough that I'm not going to make you roll for it. A inscription glows briefly before fading as the energy dissipates. Speak the tune of what you lost. The key will hear. I'll put it in chat for you also.
I will look to everyone.
I mean, they could sing a song about the rod. Maybe that'll help.
We can try, yeah.
Kind of a Hail
but
Mary. I don't know if they're...
what if it's one per person?
Seems like a good security system, but we prioritize the rod, right?
Yeah. So we're here for three things. If the third object is here, we're here for the rod. We're here for the weird tongue hook and the ruby egg.
Siegfried will try to quickly write a song about our search for the ruby egg, the tongue book, and the rod, and just kind of do like a quick jaunt. We're dealing with a crazy wizard, a thief, and all that stuff, and I'll try and perform a song to this door.
I'd like you to make a performance check for me, please.
Oof.
Love it. Love it.
Oh, God.
There
so
is a burst of energy that emanates from the door. All of you take 12 points of necrotic damage.
Great.
The door is unmoved by your music.
Was there something if we took necrotic damage?
Yeah, it's not doubled. No. The dice size increases. I've already increased the dice size for this.
Okay.
Yeah.
Aeolus will... Can I take Vergasiv and tap it on the door and try to call the Rod of Seven Parts to the vibration?
You can try. As you tap and will, nothing seems to happen.
I mean, I can try singing again. That was the only thing that did anything, but...
I would, at this point, now that you've tried a few things, like a save against the environment, please. Fail, success. Aeolus, success. Dunan, success. Heli, success. Only Siegfried loses a hit point.
Yeah.
Maybe we are overthinking it. It's a riddle. Speak the tune of what you've lost. Every key will hear. Maybe it's the object we're seeking. don't know.
Well, Siegfried's singing reacted, so maybe speak of one object,
Okay.
and I will put my hand on your shoulder and give you guidance.
Okay. All right. One more go.
Nice.
Okay. So what are you doing, Siegfried, as part of this check? Are you,
I am
you
just singing about
singing?
the rod.
Okay.
The rod right now.
As you hit your very first note, you feel a resonance reverberating off the door, but it feels incomplete. You continue into your next note, same thing. It feels incomplete. You're missing a part.
I hand him the rod.
Yeah, can I try using the rod kind of like a drumstick and drum to the beat of my song?
Hell yeah.
As you attempt this, it looked like there was no negative effect until the moment that you tried to do this. The door emanates necrotic energy once again. All of you take 7 points of necrotic damage.
Ah. Siegfried swears.
Siegfried, language. Ah,
How much did you take the first one? First time, sorry.
It was 11, I believe.
Or 18. So,
all right.
Is it
Well,
10 HP help or not?
Yeah, that buoyed you.
Oh,
Um,
I think
Hey.
you had it before
Hey.
I gave you the rod.
but what am I missing?
Maybe you.
Do the numbers correspond to notes in Siegfried's mind, like the 0, 1, 1, 3, 1, 1, 2?
Make a history check for me with advantage.
Okay.
Always doors.
They don't sound like they form any type of scale, chord, harmony of which you're familiar. 0 wouldn't be used
Yeah.
as a bass. That's what throws you off. And 112 is not any type of chord progression that Siegfried would recognize. It doesn't seem correct. And recognizing that the door seems to respond adversely to incorrect music of some type, or you decide not to immediately start singing out the notes 1, 1, 2 of a scale. But they don't seem to relegate that 1, 1, 2 is no type of harmony. There's no type of nothing there that seems correlated.
Yeah, I'm stumped, ALS. This has something to do with music, but I'm not there just yet.
maybe we just have to sing the riddle. Speak the tune of what you lost, the key will hear. Maybe we have to sing it in a certain way.
It's about what I lost specifically, correct? I didn't lose the rod. So maybe I have to sing about something I personally lost?
Maybe everybody has to sing? I don't know.
I mean, that's gonna be real bad if you have to start. I mean, Dunan, you actually have a beautiful
but
voice.
Maybe
You have a
we should
beautiful
sing
voice.
the same thing.
But I'm worried about ALS on that one. I don't know. I mean,
Kelly's not a singer either.
Mm-mm.
I'm not the smartest here. Can I just smash the door?
no, 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 no.
Yeah,
It's
No.
charged
I
with
support
necrotic
it.
energy.
Hit it, done it. Um,
I can sing about my personal loss. If that
what if we have to give something to the door.
I think the riddle would have said that. I'm gonna try singing. You guys step away from the door. Can we move some of the people further away from the door?
You can try.
Yeah. I guess.
I will stand with Siegfried
Hmm.
with my shield out in front of me.
This time, Siegfried is going to sing, but he's not going to sing about the rod or any item he's lost. He's going to sing about the loss of his opportunity to grow up with the Goliath family. Like, it's a song about what his life would have been like if he never have met the Bronze River clan. Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and make another performance check for me. The door immediately seems to resonate with you. It is still missing something, but it does not hurt you.
I think we've got it. We just need to find what's missing.
I think we all need to sing our own song.
Do you start singing also, Heliwrast?
Yeah, she's going to sing a little song about how she lost her eye to a hag and then magically got it back.
Fantastic. Make a performance check.
No.
As you intone the first note, there is a discordance with the same notes that Siegfried is singing. And Siegfried, you hear that you have a trained ear. She is not in the same key as you. She is not on the same chord progression as you. She is out of sync. And immediately the door shocks all of you again. Let me roll damage.
This is why you never hear me sing, folks.
Ooh, 16 points of necrotic damage this time to all of you.
So
Don't forget the 9
15.
temp.
16.
Don't forget the 9 temp.
9 temp. So 7 to your actual hit points, everyone.
Well,
What if we
Dunan
already
would
used
like
the
to
temp?
sing about
The temp
family
resets like every round.
oh, I should have much more HP. Okay, there we go.
Dunan try to sing
Certainly.
about the family he has lost, the home he has lost, but the family he has found now. Something along those lines.
Go for it. Go ahead and make me a performance check.
Oh boy.
Can I?
Hey. Damn.
Pretty good. Dunan, as you start intoning this in your own language and Dwarven, whichever you choose, the door seems to respond. It seems to resonate with you. It does not hurt all of you.
See, it just wants some love.
Can I? Dunan,
Yes.
touch the door.
Dunan, you're singing right now. Bear that in mind.
Sing. Okay. Can I approach the door while
Yeah,
singing?
absolutely.
I'll touch it.
Touch the door. Nothing seems to happen. You can feel this very faint vibration of the sound from your lungs and your voice.
Can I join in with Dunan as
Sir.
kind of like a harmony to try and
You can certainly try. Go ahead and make me a performance check.
to make the vibration stronger, or like the intunement.
Go for it.
Oh,
Do you have advantage for some reason?
no, I don't.
So that's an 11, correct?
Yep, that's an 11. Yeah.
You are slightly off key from Dunan's voice, the dwarven words throwing you off as you try to join in. The door hurts all of you.
Fuck.
9 points, which I think is exactly what your temp is, so
Yeah.
no one takes damage.
Okay.
Not 10.
Okay, so we have to match.
So Dunan, do you restart singing at this point?
Yeah, well, but in common this time, so everybody can join in.
Okay, go ahead, Dunan. Make a performance
Okay.
check.
Hey! It had to piss.
Do we get hurt?
You do. As you switch from one language into the other, Dunan, the words feel a little bit sluggish in your mouth for a moment, and you start off slightly off key. And I'm just gonna put this on my copy paste for instances of damage. That's
Oh, this is it. We're gonna get killed by a door.
14. So I believe 5 points to everyone.
Are we level 10 or 9? Can't remember.
You guys are
We're
level 9. 10?
10.
9?
10?
Yep.
10,
I
9.
have
Is it
10
10 temp? Okay, so 4 points to everyone. My mistake. So everyone keep your temp at 10. I'll just tell you if it exceeds the temp and what goes to your actual hit points.
I think we gotta. We gotta get our shit together, Dunan.
We
Come
have
on.
to brute force
Is
it.
there any song that we all know?
The Bloody Mad Dog
The
song.
Song of the Bloody Mad Dogs.
The Song of the Bloody Mad Dogs, can we put in there change a lyric, agree to a change of a lyric about something we lost?
Well,
One word or two
if
words.
we've all lost, but found this family, isn't that? wouldn't
No,
that
but I
count?
mean, maybe, but like, what battles have we lost? What happened to all of us all at once that was a loss? Sorry, I can't think right now. I'm too busy with Christmas and I have no brain.
Well, I mean, when we failed to save the hostages in Akkad.
Okay.
Or anyone else?
Well, I think that's probably our biggest failure. That's why I brought it up. But
Yeah.
all right, I mean, I can start off again. Dunan, try and join in if you can. It's hard to make these songs up on the fly. Fuck.
Oh,
Zap.
Yep, Zap.
Yep. 8 points to all of you.
So it doesn't
That was
go
a
over.
good roll. No, I'm telling you what I rolled an 18.
Oh, okay.
oh.
I'm just set your temp to 10. I'm telling you the actual damage you take after your temp, if any.
Oh.
All right.
I mean, I
There's
can.
a bard if you need one.
I almost became a bard.
Is there any magic we can, I don't know, invoke that might help us?
All right.
Unless we.
I can cast enhance ability on myself to make it a little bit easier to sing. Do you have
Might
enhance
help.
ability, Dunan?
No. I just have a beautiful voice by nature.
Oh, you have the enhance ability spell, right? Or am I forgetting?
Ooh.
Now the rest?
Holly?
No, Helly, no. I'm
Okay.
sorry. No,
Never mind.
absolutely not.
I thought someone else had enhance ability. Never mind.
It may be
Maybe
Tang.
Tang?
I can check. It's on your sheet. Spells. She does not have it prepared.
Okay.
It's probably Willem.
She can use her divine intervention to cast it for you.
No.
I'd be happy to use Sammy's divine
Okay.
intervention when she's not here.
Can I
That won't get me in trouble at all.
just cast guidance on each person as they join in?
Certainly. That seems reasonable to
Okay.
me.
You
will-
agreed to that too easily. I don't trust it.
I would never. All right. Who is first?
Siegfried will go first again, and
Make me a
he will
performance
have
check. Got it.
enhanceability on himself.
On yourself or someone else?
Mm, who needs? Probably Helly needs it the most.
Yeah. Who
Yeah.
who has the worst bonus?
Yeah.
have a
I'll give
5.
I'm a
Helly.
-1 on performance, so
Oh boy, yeah.
Helly. Does Jaya or Aeolus need help, or
I have a 5, so hopefully that works.
and then
All
Aeolus?
of us know here I'm not charismatic,
But you're gonna need to take a turn eventually.
and it'll be last.
Maybe it.
Are you saving the worst for last? So, who's going first? I'd like an order, please, so I know the order.
Siegfried is going first.
Okay, so Siegfried's first, and
Done in second.
Done in second. Is Jaya going third in that case then?
Yeah, Jaya's going third.
Okay.
Helly fourth. Aeolus fifth.
Okay, fantastic. So, and enhanced ability is going upon whom?
Helly.
Helly. Second to last. Got it. All right, go ahead. Make your roll with the benefit of guidance from Aeolus, because he's. Oh, I see. That's why you're going last, so that way you can guidance everyone else before you.
Yes.
Got it. Okay. Proceed.
Here comes a D4. So that's an 18.
As you're about to vocalize your first note, you realize you're a little bit more parched than you thought, and the magic soothes over that brief moment of panic as you realize you were about to hit a note incorrectly, and the door begins to resonate with your song. Second is Dunan or Jaya? It's Dunan, believe, right?
Dunan.
Go
Yeah.
ahead, Dunan. As you join into Siegfried's tune with the benefit of guidance.
Here goes.
And guidance roll?
Yeah.
14. The door hurts you all.
Sucks.
4 points total. Not much.
I don't know, guys. We're gonna slowly die outside this door.
Uh-huh.
You have to keep on trying.
Siegfried, make a concentration check for enhance ability. You're fine.
Yeah. Now.
Oh, you're next to Dunan. These things aren't going to break your concentration. My mistake. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you have a +5 on top of +8. You can't fail.
Yeah.
All right. Attempting again.
Yeah. I'm
Go
gonna
ahead.
keep doing it as long as pass without the trace. I mean, enhance ability is up.
Yeah, pass without trace is gone because you have a new concentration going.
And then a D4.
Mm-hmm. Good, plenty good enough. As you hit your note once again, waiting for Dunan to come in and begin to harmonize with you. Dunan hits his note as the door begins to resonate more significantly. You can all feel it almost shaking the room itself. Jaya joining in.
Mm-hmm.
As Jaya's voice takes up the harmony and forms the final part of the chord, the door shifts with a sudden lurch and slides into the wall, vanishing.
oh, thank God I didn't have to
Moradin's
sing.
balls, finally. Can I-
Aeolus is going to turn and cast Cure Wounds on
Yeah.
Heliwrast.
Oh,
Let's-
thank you.
Tank should maybe distribute some healing
She will.
around.
I got it.
Stupid doors. Who made that door? You're freaking nuts.
Okay.
Didn't open a door.
What are hit points? Heli is real rough.
14 helps.
14 helps. Teng will give you one also, because that way she can heal herself on top of it. She'll give you a cure wounds at first level. 15 for you, and then she picks up some for herself. So she's
is going to use a charge of the rod.
so you cast Cure Wounds.
Yep.
Okay.
On myself.
Ellie's gonna consume a standard healing potion.
Certainly.
All right.
Okay. As you all step over the threshold into the next room, I'll read the description for
Sorry,
you.
I was muted. Can I do a level on Cure Wounds on Jaya before we start?
Certainly.
Thank you.
Yeah, I didn't notice how low she was.
How
Sorry,
much do I get from a standard potion?
there is a macro for it. I made a macro.
Okay, I'm trying to click on something and nothing's clicking, but that's probably my computer because it's completely fucked.
So it should prompt you for what level of potion you want to use. I think it's a token button also. So
I'm looking at it. It's
so up in the,
for some reason it's not cleaning. Do I
check behind your sheet.
behind my sheet?
Yeah, close your sheet or minimize your sheet, and the drop down's probably behind your sheet.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's why I have like 5 drop-down windows behind my sheet. There we go.
Yep.
I'm over here like, why won't it click?
But yeah, basic healing is 2d4 plus 2.
Okay.
All right.
I'm still not seeing it, but that's just me. I'm gonna roll
I'm going to
2d4
plus 2. Yeah. I'm gonna shift all of you to a map. It means nothing. But please make sure your hit points are correct on your tokens.
Sure.
Yep.
Is everyone set to proceed at this point then?
I believe so.
Okay. Kim, at the top of chat, there is a gear. All the way up the top, there's a gear that says My Settings. One to the left of that, there's 3 little hexes. I think it's, if you hover it over, it says Collection. And then at the very top of that section, there's one that says Healing Potion. If you click the little button that says In Bar, it'll be in your bottom left-hand corner of your map at all times. And then whenever you want to roll a healing potion, you can just click the button in the bottom left. It'll prompt you choose a potion of healing, greater healing, superior, or supreme. And let's say healing, and then click submit, and it'll just give you a little output like that. Okay.
Yeah.
Let me grab our description. As you all step over the threshold into this room, you feel that it exudes a bleak, oppressive influence as your footsteps echo on the tiled floor. The air feels heavy, carrying a faint, dissonant hum that seems to emanate from the walls themselves. Every step echoes unnaturally, as if the sound is being absorbed rather than carried forward. The vault door spans the entirety of the far wall. A monolithic barrier of blackened steel, inset with glowing runes that are faintly pulsing with a cold, unnatural light. These runes seem alive, seems shifting ever so slightly as you turn your heads glancing around the room and you catch them in the corner of your eye. Other than them, the surface of the door is unnaturally precision smooth, and the glow cast by it carries an eerie interplay of shadows across the barren room. The floor, in stark contrast to the rather grim aesthetic, and not in keeping with the map that I've placed you on whatsoever, surprises you with an intricate mosaic. At first glance, the tiles seem randomly arranged in a muted but colorful pattern, but upon closer inspection, you see a spiraling design radiating from the center of the room. The tiles are arranged in a perfect spiral that grows ever wider with each iteration, the hues transitioning from muted earth tones to bright, fantastic shades. Around the room, you spot 10 blemishes, adding to the discordant nature of this space. They are scattered upon the walls, floor, and ceiling. From the position as you've entered, they appear to be maybe ash of some old scorch marks. The marks are jagged and erratic, cutting sharply against the room's otherwise meticulous and Spartan design. The space itself feels alive, watching and waiting. As your next few steps past the threshold echo in their strange way across the chamber, you all feel the sense of dread and forbearing that is creeping up your spine. The door behind you closes, and you find yourselves in this room.
Are the runes written in a language we can understand?
They seem to be arcane in nature, not a specific individual language. They are an amalgamation at first glance.
With my rune shaper feat, can I understand the general meaning of the runes, or would I need to make a check?
You would need to start making checks.
Okay.
Now,
And comprehend languages wouldn't be something that could help.
you don't know. Maybe. Maybe not. I'm going to move you guys off of this map for the time being. I just want to make sure I had all of your hit points correct.
Yeah, I am going to use my rune shaper ability to activate comprehend languages without a spell slot.
Okay.
And see if I can discern any additional meaning of these runes.
Okay. Now, as we start working on stuff, and you can do that fine. Things like spell slots and everything are fine. Checks are what matters here.
Yep.
Any activity that each of you do within this space is going to effectively be tracked in 10-minute increments. That means you are making saves the longer you stay in this room. That means making an investigation check to look at the runes or look at the door or something like that will take you 10 minutes to go through. Everyone else can be making other checks during that time, but for each of you individually, anytime you make a check, it represents the eclipse of 10 minutes worth of time. Okay? Now you can do things to aid in that, such as comprehend languages, detect magic, identify, whatever you want. But I wanted you to be aware of that going in as you proceed to explore this space.
Okie doke.
All right. So you have comprehend languages going.
Yep, I do.
Okay.
Can I? Oh, I'll cast see invisibility to look around. If
Sounds good.
anything. It's
That
very empty, that room, right?
correct. That does last 10 minutes, correct?
Oh, it
1
lasts
hour.
an hour.
Lasts an hour. Nice. That's great. I love that spell.
And, if it matters, comprehend languages lasts an hour as well.
An hour as well. Yeah, I knew that one. Okay, so you have both of them going. Very solid. See invisibility. Nothing appears immediately to your vision, Dunan. As outside of your normal realm of sight. Excuse me.
Well, at least nothing is hiding in here, in the lurking in the shadows.
Okay.
I
What
go
would the
over
group
to
of
the
you like to
room?
do? Certainly. Yeah. You go over to the vault door. You see what appears to be a fairly intricate-looking latch set into the door such that it doesn't disrupt the smooth edifice. You guys catch that immediately. No need to search for something like that. Seems like maybe it's pickable if you're particularly ambitious. And then there's these runes upon the door.
How many are there runes? Sorry. 3?
Oh no, they're all over this
Okay.
roughly 40-foot wide door.
Yeah.
This is a massive, gargantuan slab of some type of unknown metal.
Maybe that's where the combination we found early on that stone comes in.
Yeah, maybe.
That's
Do I
just
discern
about-
any sort of meaning or numbers in these runes when I look at them?
Make me investigation check. You have advantage because you have comprehend languages up.
Awesome. Should have cast it on Jaya, but I don't think I can do that with my rune.
I think it's just yourself, yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't work that way.
Ooh. Nothing seems to stand out to you. While Siegfried is doing this, what are the rest of you doing? You have 10-minute eclipse to be able to make a check of some type.
I also look for any numbers. Maybe they are hidden along in the runes.
Okay, you're checking along the door.
Yeah.
Okay, you can also make an investigation check. Okay.
Smartest.
I got 3 other people that have something that they can do during this time.
Can I pull the rod out and
It is pulling directly towards the door.
that's what I thought.
Oh. The vault door, not
Is-
the door you came through, obviously.
Is there a way that we could possibly pick the big vault door that you guys see as I start to make my way over?
There does appear to be a robust locking mechanism, Spencer mentioned.
Probably magically protected, so I don't know.
I mean,
As a bonus action, I'm gonna walk up to the door and I'll take the toolbox out and I'll give it a little scritch and I'll lean down and in Infernal I'll ask the toolbox to shift into thieves' tools as I feed it a few rations.
Easily enough done. Your mimic toolbox changes into a miraculously beautiful set of thieves' tools with strange fleshy umbilicals connecting all of them to the central pouch.
Love it.
Because it is one creature, so it can't really turn into multiple items.
And then I will, yeah, why not? I'll try to pick the door.
Okay, you start working on that.
Did you just make a mimic army knife?
Yes, I did.
Yeah,
Nice.
he has a Swiss Army mimic. Okay, so you are working on that with your toolbox. You can go ahead now. You are proficient in thieves' tools.
Yes.
Are you proficient with sleight of hand as well?
I am not proficient with sleight of hand, but I do have
Okay.
the gloves of thievery.
Okay. I'd like you to mark your proficiency with sleight of hand for this. Because the way that thieves' tools get used has shifted slightly. So having the proficiency in thieves' tools gives you advantage on your sleight of hand checks made to pick locks.
Oh,
So you would not gain. Did you select your proficiency with thieves' tools, or was it given to you by the class?
I selected it.
Okay, so then you would instead be able to select sleight of hand as your proficiency. So you have proficiency with sleight of hand, and I believe you're proficient in any tool that your mimic changes into as well. So that meets your requirement to get advantage. You have sleight of hand with advantage.
Alrighty.
Okay. You're working on that for 10 minutes. Jaya, Heli, what are the two of you doing?
I mean, I didn't want to steal Siegfried's Thunder, but I feel like I also would probably have cast Comprehend Languages to
Sure.
check this
Hell
out.
yeah.
You doing the same thing, trying to interpret the runes?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead and make an investigation check for me, please, with advantage.
With advantage. Cool.
Very good.
18. only.
Okay. And Helly, what are you doing for the 10 minutes?
Oh, trying not to get anybody else killed. She's got nothing right now, so she's just watching.
Okay. That's fine. 10 minutes pass. Jaya. You, Dunan, and Siegfried are all trying to interpret these runes here. You strike upon inspiration, and you notice that there is a single set. Not all of the runes upon the door, but there's a single set of runes in a concentric pattern, forming a spiral, that as you sort of brush your fingers over, they shift ever so slightly when touched. You would need to make insight checks to try to riddle out what these are, but you know what these seem out of place for everything else on the door. And whilst not in a specific language, these are clearly different from the others that have been scribed here, and that's what stands out to you. You need some time to riddle these out, you feel, but you have a suspicion. Aeolus, as you pick the lock over these 10 minutes, there is a reverberation at one point, and a wave of energy washes throughout the room. I need all of you to make me a saving throw using your worst saving throw.
Holy shit.
You guys do not have the benefit of Dunan, except Dunan. Okay. Great roll, Heliwrast.
Yeah. Okay.
It is, with the exception of Dunan and Heli, I only need to roll for Teng. And Teng. Teng crushes it. So Dunan, Heli, Teng take nothing. The rest of you take 25 points of necrotic damage. Don't forget your temp, though.
So 15 total.
Yeah, 15 total. And you only need to be near Dunan one round to reset that temp, so I'm assuming that you are always resetting that temp. So keep that in mind. So 15 total to each of you. As this phase energy sort of washes throughout the room and crashes about the space. Aeolus. You got a 5 on that roll.
Yeah.
And Jai, did you have advantage or no? You got a 4?
No, I didn't.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dunan. You see a mark appear upon Aeolus's back and Jaya's back. A glowing sigil of an eye.
Just say those two.
Yep, just them. No one sees this except Dunan.
Something happened. Can I get a closer look at that eye? Is it moving or is it just?
No, it just seems to be a glyph of some type.
You had a eye appear on you, Shy and Aeolus.
This, yeah, it's a mark of some type. This ends our first 10-minute cycle. I'd like all of you to save against the effects of the negative ethereal. DC 15. Success, fail. Sorry.
I'm gonna fail at some point. There we go.
Yeah. I think that's your first one, isn't it, Dunan?
Yeah, that's my
Okay.
first one. Yeah.
Okay, so Heli and Aeolus succeed. Tang offers the amulet to whoever needs it, because you guys are taking a lot for this. and she's doing fine.
Um,
If anyone wants to redistribute the amulet, she is willing to give it up.
I think give it to Aeolus.
Nah, man, I'm good.
Okay. That brings us to our next 10-minute cycle. What would you all like to do?
I'll tell Aeolus, stop messing with the lock. Let us figure out these
Yeah.
runes. Come help us.
Even I know that that must be magically protected, so we have to solve the riddle or the runes or whatever. There's no pickpocketing that lock, a
But
pickpocket.
has Jaya pointed out the repeating patterns to us?
I would try.
Yeah, she definitely would have. Yeah.
Okay.
So can I attempt to make that insight check?
Certainly may. So that'll be your action of this time is puzzling out these
And
things.
when
Yeah.
he does, can I take a look at his back? I'm gonna stand behind Siegfried.
Yep. You have advantage on the
Siegfried
Siegfried.
isn't marked. It's Aeolus and Jaya who've been marked.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I wanna see if something appears on your back.
Can I potentially guidance myself before this?
Because the check is over a 10-minute period,
10 minutes, yep, never mind.
roughly, I would say if you have another effect that would allow you to give an instant bonus, such as wheel, or a long-term bonus, such as like enhance ability, you could. But because guidance has like it's the next check made within a minute, I'd say it's hard to time it right for like that flash of inspiration type of moment.
So I'm just gonna make a straight insight check.
You have advantage for a reason.
Okay.
You don't know the reason, but you have advantage for a reason.
15.
Okay. Come back to that. What would the rest of you like to accomplish over this time? Aeolus, you felt like you were really on the money with that lock picking. Seems like there was just a magical ward of some type.
Okay. I don't have any way to take away that magical ward. So instead, I am going to use a charge of the rod to heal Jaya.
Sure. You're quite kind.
So kind.
Heli, Jaya, what checks would you like to make over this time? How are you each attempting to contribute to this mystery puzzle type of thing?
Ellie's thinking, but she can't think of anything.
Jaya's pretty focused on these runes. You said that if I got some more time with them, I could do.
You can attempt Arcana checks to
There you go.
decipher the runes. Certainly. Okay. Make me an Arcana check.
27.
Very good. I'd like you to.
Oh shit.
That's a success. I'd like you to keep track of your number of successes for the record. As we go. All right. Siegfried's working on the one little rune. Jai, you're trying to decipher all of this stuff because Siegfried's working on that little concentric circle that you found. Aeolus, what are you up to? There's the door, there's runes, there's scorch marks. There's basically an empty room with a fancy floor.
Can I go to the scorch marks and see and like put my hand up against them and try to wipe away if there's any like soot or ash?
Certainly. I'll say Tang helps you with this also. Because some of them are on the walls higher out of your reach and ceiling.
Helly can help with that too, because she's got 9 in athletics. If there's anything that needs to be crawled up to.
Yeah.
Okay. There's no check necessary for this. You wipe them off over the next 10-minute period. Dunan, are you making a check for anything?
Yeah, well, since everybody's focused on the runes, he's gonna walk around the room looking for anything invisible or getting a closer look at the room. Maybe
Certainly.
some markings on the wall, some, I don't know, something
Okay.
on the floor.
Make me a perception check in that case, then. I remember you have seen invisibility going. Okay.
Yeah.
Over this 10-minute period, I'll start with Siegfried. Is Siegfried back? Come back to Siegfried. He said BRB.
Yep, sorry, I'm back.
Okay, wonderful. Siegfried, starting with you. You successfully riddle out this small series of circles and runes. They are not a language of any type. And it takes you a while to realize that the runes are scribe marks, counting numerically. 0, 1, 1, 2 is the the inner part of this concentric ring as it proceeds, and it gets larger and larger as more numerals show up. 3, 5, 8. You get to this code of about 7 digits, you think, and the rest have been marred. There seems to be 3 or 4 more numbers that would have been here that have been destroyed in some way, that have been sort of etched away from the metal.
I yell out to Jaya and Aeolus. The same numbers we saw outside are here, but it extends into a larger sequence.
For the record, that's why you had advantage also, because you guys rolled high enough earlier to get part of the code.
Yeah.
So,
but they're missing three numbers. So let's see if it.
Jaya, you succeed in your check as you are just staring at the runes on the door, the vault door itself, trying to expand your point of focus from the very narrow pinpoint that is natural as we observe things to try to riddle out the entire magic spell that is placed upon this vault as a form of protection. You feel that a few more successes while continuing to do this, you'll probably have the entire spell figured out and maybe be able to try to break it.
This is hard because Dylan the player knows what the sequence is, but Siegfried the character doesn't. I think I know what the next 3 numbers are.
The other 3 of you that are around the room, wiping off scorch marks, find very small, about the size of your palm, runes scratched into the walls, floor, and ceiling, representing your 10 basic 1-digit numbers, 0 through 9.
Zero through 9.
Well, 10 is 2 digits.
Right.
I think we need to finish this sequence using those numbers, perhaps.
There is no pulse of the vault during this 10-minute time. There's been no meddling or failed check upon it. You do need to save now against the effects of the negative ethereal, though.
Yeah, Ellie. I think those are the next numbers.
Nice, Jaya. Good roll.
It is the Fibonacci sequence.
Mm-hmm.
So if
Aeolus just fails. Siegfried succeeds.
So if
Thunder fails.
these runes go from
Heli
0
succeeds.
to 9, because they're single digits, that means that the code would reset once it goes to a double digit. Right?
Or you have to hit 2 of them to make a double digit.
Yeah.
We enter our next 10-minute cycle at this point. Jai, are you continuing to study the runes?
Yeah.
I would like another Arcana check from you for this period of time. That is your second success, and you have 0 failures marked at this point. All right. And what are the rest of you doing during this time?
I look around. Is there any buttons to press or anything to push in the numbers we found?
Doesn't appear to
trying
be.
discern?
Well, if there's nothing to press, we found runes all over the room that signifies 0 through 9. What if we have to activate those runes in the sequence?
Yeah. Tapping them or
I
something.
mean, we at least can press the ones we know
Okay.
and
Yeah.
start the sequence and see if anything reacts.
All right. So you press the sequence of what? 0, 1,
0,
1.
1, 1, 2, 3, 5, 8.
Okay. As you go through one rune after another, there's a very faint lingering glow that fades ever so slightly after you place your palm against the number and then take it off. And then the next ones you touch, take it off. And it proceeds in this fashion as you get all the way up to 8.
Oh,
What do you do next?
So what now? Jaya?
We need to find the 13.
I think we're gonna have to do 1 and 3 maybe simultaneously.
They're already glowing though, right?
No, it fades. It fades
Okay.
about a second after you've taken your hand off of it.
Alright. I'll press
Okay.
the 1, you press the 3.
Yeah.
Both
On
of
the
you.
count of
Okay,
3.
go ahead.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
No.
1, 2, 3.
Okay. Both of you press and remove your hands a moment later. You see the familiar glow fade back to nothing. There seems to be no ill effects.
I would
So-
try 21.
yeah. So 2-1.
Okay.
Mhm.
One of you lines up with the 2. You do your countdown again. Press and release. They seem to fade properly.
And then 34 is the last one.
You line up. You press. You release. The glow fades. Doesn't seem to be anything happening yet.
So then we have to continue. So the
We
next would
keep
be
going?
Yeah. By 55.
55,
So-
yeah.
So we hit the 5 twice.
Yeah.
I'll do that one.
So you go over to the 5. What do you do? How do you input this twice?
2 different hands. 2 people's
Yeah.
hands.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, we could try.
Okay. So 2 of you go over, I guess Helly, because she said it.
Yeah.
And each
Helen
of
will
you
do.
press at the same time. Is that what I'm understanding?
Yep.
Yep.
Okay. 2 hands press on the 5. You remove your hands. The glow does not fade.
Mm.
A moment later, there is a wash of energy crashing through the room. Interpret, you might have chosen incorrectly on that one. There's damage coming out. What are these D12s? I think these are D12s. Where did I make this damage? There we go. Ooh. Lovely. That is after the temp, 29 points of necrotic damage to everyone.
Wow.
I will
Aeolus
I rolled
drops to
3
knees
12s.
as often.
Tang is going to spend 10 minutes and cast
Oh, shit.
Prayer of Healing, I believe, over this next period.
Nice.
That one lets us use our hit dice to heal, correct?
I believe so.
It's just like it instant, right?
No, you gain the benefits of a short rest and also regain 2d8 plus 2d8 plus stuff.
Awesome. But we
so-
don't get the benefits of a short rest, though.
Yeah,
right?
so you will all gain the benefits of a short rest. You can only gain this benefit once per day.
Does
You
that
get the
mean we
healing
can
multiple
roll-
times, but
Does that mean we can roll hit dice or no?
I don't believe so, because it has the healing built into it.
It's just 2d8 plus 3 healing.
Yeah. So everyone's gonna heal 19 points.
Nice.
Oh my God.
Lovely.
All right. Let me double check. Make sure that rolled correctly. 2d8 less than 2 plus 4. 2d8 less than 2 plus 4. Yep, 19.
So,
I want to make sure it did the macro correctly.
we need to find another 5 rune. Or a way to make 55.
Or you were incorrect.
Yeah, or we're incorrect.
Or we were incorrect.
So everyone will recover 19 points
Oh,
after this next cycle of the
so,
damage. So you can heal yourself the 19 now.
So on the runes, after the missing 3 numbers, it just starts repeating again, correct?
No, there's another. It ends at that. There's 3 or 4 numbers that have been marred off of this sequence, and that's the end of it.
Okay.
You gather that you might have just picked how to do 55 incorrectly.
Yeah. So yeah, I think we should try and figure out how to make a 55 using this. I don't know, maybe instead of pressing it twice at the same time, you just hit it once and then once again? I don't know.
Yeah, I mean,
guess.
I'd like all of you
No
to
other way I
s-
can think of.
I'd like all of you to save against the negative ethereal. All right. Aeolus succeed. Heli fail. Jaya fail. Siegfried succeed. Dunan fail. 3 failures. All right.
How many points?
It's always 1 point.
Oh, just a.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. This is the permanent loss of a hit point.
How many have we
So-
had?
How many are people down at this point?
I'm down 3.
Yeah. Down 4.
I think I'm down 3. So that'd be
I am
another one.
down 4.
Okay. You got most of you are approaching the point where you've lost a hit dice, basically. Jaya, are you continuing to study the runic door to try to puzzle this out?
I mean, guys, do you think it's worth it, or should I
Yeah,
do
Yeah, I
something
think
else?
it's worth
Okay.
Keep on. We can press the runes.
and
Yep.
then once
Okay.
we hit 55, Aeolus will walk over and he'll tap it once, and as soon as the magic fades, he'll tap it again.
Okay, are you waiting for the light to fade entirely, or are you tapping it the second time while the light is still present?
While the light is still present.
Noted. Okay. Jaya, I'd like you to make me an Arcana check, please, for your time studying the runes here. Okay. That is your first failure. You have 2 successes and a failure on this track so far. One by one, the group of you go through, press the runes in the same sequence, doing the same things for your double-digit ones. You get to the input of 55. And once you press it, remove your hand, and quickly put your hand back on it. Removing your hand, the light fades, and there is a shifting rumble throughout the room. The air itself feels like it vibrates for about a full second, and then is still once more. You're like you've done something successfully, and you're not awash with negative energy of the phased energy.
Next number.
for reference also, Dunan,
Mm.
you have a very faint glimmer of what you believe to be a familiar sigil appearing on your back. You can just see the light over your shoulder, we'll say.
Yeah. Does everybody have the marking now, or just me,
Nope.
Shia, and
Nope.
Aeolus?
Just the three of you that failed by too much.
Ah, Siegfried. Okay.
Yep, Siegfried's fine.
All right. Well,
I don't think
next
Kelly has
number.
to do them.
How many are there left?
I think those are. I think we did it. I think maybe Aeolus can try and pick the lock now.
Oh boy, let's go.
Okay. That'll be over the next sequence, the sequence of time, Aeolus. I'd like all of you to save against the environment once again.
Oh,
Failure, success. Sorry, failure. So we started with Jaya there, correct?
no.
Yep.
Okay, so Jaya was 5, failure. Heliwrast is 13, failure. Dunan succeeds. Aeolus, is that 10 yours also?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay,
Yes.
10 is... So everyone except Dunan fails. Wow. That's a rough one. There's one more hit point. Jaya, continuing to work on the runes. Feel like you're making progress. Okay, make me another Arcana check for this time. Aeolus, you're going back to try to pick the lock?
Yep.
Go ahead and make me your sleight of hand check for the lock. That's the two of you. What are the other three of you doing during this time?
Sorry, I'm just getting my hit points correct.
Can I study it, the sigil that appeared?
On one of your compatriots? You may.
Yeah.
It seems to shift and move with them. It's doesn't feel
But
to
it stays on one place. On
stays
their
on
body, or-
stays centered on in between their shoulder blades. There's a very faint glow to it. Doesn't appear to be like tethered to their fabric of their clothing. Like as you watch bits of it shift, there doesn't appear to be anything. You can continue to observe it to see if there's any noticeable change during this time. Make me a perception check for this period. Alright, so Aeolus is working on the door. Jaya is studying the door.
Use lucky to give myself advantage.
Okay. Dunan, you are... upon whom are you observing this, Dunan?
While Shia is starting the door, because I think she will be stationary.
Okay. And it's on... Jaya is one of the people, correct? Yeah. Alright. Teng will be next to Aeolus. Waiting for him to hurt himself somehow. Probably.
Ellie's gonna just commune with Corin just to see if she has any kind of insight.
Okay. I don't have a check for you to make on that. It's up to you.
Okay. Would be a religion check, maybe?
Certainly. Go for it.
Okay.
All right. The next
Nothing.
10 minutes elapse. Where's my sleight of hand from Aeolus? 17. Okay. Aeolus, that is a failure for you.
Yep.
Jaya, that is your second failure.
What do you want? Is this fucking failure? All right.
Yes. Aeolus, you felt like you were on the money last time you had this, and the only thing that was stopping you was that magical ward, and you're pretty sure it's gone now. And you just can't get the tools back to the exact spot that you had them previously, unfortunately. Jaya, to restart your Arcana checks, you need to start back at 0 successes now. You've had 2 failures before the requisite number of successes. You just lose your train of thought in the moving, in the shifting runes and everything, and the phase of energy washes throughout the room once again. I do not need saving throws.
Oh.
There was no damage this time. Dunan, as you are gazing at Jaya, sort of in her frustration shifting. Out of the corner of your eye, you see a curtain of energy that crashes around the room that's hurt you all previously, that seems to do nothing to you this time. The teeth of this have been removed, at least for this iteration, thanks to your compatriots' efforts in unlocking this sequence. It crashes upon the exterior walls and then swells back in the middle of the room. In its wake, there is a negative space that just doesn't seem to fill for a moment. Slowly apparating
No.
into the space, this void where the energy did not wash upon, a creature comes into being, raising a black mace. I'm going to move you all back to a familiar map and then ask you to roll into initiative once you're there. And we will take a brief break so I can refill my coffee.
Sorry, I didn't select my token. Damn.
Oh, good.
That's okay. I think I'm gonna swap my initiative with you.
Oh, you have alert now too?
I've always had it.
Oh, you
You
have
It was
alert.
always
like
had
the
it,
very
yeah.
first thing I picked up.
Yeah.
I was like,
Any buttons?
alert or tough? I don't need hit points.
Okay. Let me get a music change and let's take a quick, 5-minute break at most. I just want to refill my coffee.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm just sticking around.
Yeah. So, I'm gonna continue to work on this lock. Y'all wanna fight whatever just stood up.
You did fail the lock for that cycle.
I know. Sad.
Anyone doing anything fun for Christmas? Just hanging out with family.
We're bringing my dad home from the rehab that he's been in for the last 2 months.
I bet he's
Super
happy.
high. Oh yeah.
Rehabs aren't the best places to spend that much time.
No. And they're like, yeah, well, we can't have you in a room by yourself anymore, so we're gonna put you with somebody else. He goes, nope, sign myself out.
Yeah.
Rehab sucks anyway.
Yeah.
I've never seen a rehab that actually takes care of their patients. My father-in-law just kept falling out of his bed, hitting his head, hurting himself. It was bad. Get him out of
Yeah.
there.
They the final straw for us, we went to drop off food for him last night. And they had closed the front lobby without telling anyone. And we're just like, yeah, we're not accepting visitation right now, but we'll take the food that my sisters and I brought to eat with him to him, and he never got the food.
Oh, sheesh.
That's
I
crazy.
was like, oh, so you guys want to die? Because I'm okay with just walking into a rehab center and just taking out people that stole my dad's food. And they're like, that's a little aggressive. And I was like, it's my dad. It's not a little bit aggressive. At least I'm not pouring your feet in a block of cement.
Yeah, and also just stealing food is like
And that's just the shittiest
like,
thing
it's
possible.
a shitty thing to do. Like it doesn't even have like monetary value. It's just nourishment from your loved ones.
Yeah. I'm
All right, I'm back.
like, nope. They all die now. That's it.
That's valid.
Yeah, unfortunately, I've heard very common stories like that before.
How about everyone else? What
Absolutely nothing, and I love it.
Yeah, just hanging out.
awesome.
I went to see me and my family went to see an orchestra play the soundtrack from Avatar: The Last Airbender yesterday. It was really cool.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That sounds amazing.
And it was like a 2-hour show. They literally did like the whole series. Like they did the Book of Air, Book of Water, then the Book of Earth, then the Book of Fire, and just like went through the songs, and it was really fun.
You guys see that my creature in initiative or no?
No.
I do not.
Yeah,
Interesting.
standing there in the middle of the
No,
hexagon.
in initiative.
But not in the tracker.
No,
Not
it's
Oh,
not
in
Okay.
initiative, no.
All right, I'm gonna clear it and put it back out.
Hunan's also not in there.
I don't think he rolled yet.
I did, but I didn't select my token, so it's not in the
Oh.
tracker.
I also went to see the new animated Lord of the Rings movie.
I liked that.
How
It was good.
is
Oh, was that
It was
good?
good.
I had a lot of fun because I was a fan of the Lord of the Rings, but compared to other animated projects coming out, like it's not the same level of quality, but I still had a lot of fun watching.
You know why?
This
they
is the Ride
brought
of the
that one out?
Rohirrim.
War of the Rohirrim,
What?
yeah.
They have
Yeah, War of the
they have to
Rohirrim.
bring out something every 10 years so that they don't lose the license.
Yeah, basically, yeah, that's kind of it
Oh.
too.
That explains
And
why
also
the Hobbit
like
movie sucked.
Yep.
Alright.
also like the creator of
Mhm.
War of the Rohirrim was talking about how they kind of wanted to make like a spin-off with the main character, but I don't think the movie did well enough for that to ever happen. So yeah,
I haven't been paying much attention. Is it Helm Hammerhand? That's the
Yeah, it's the
he's just a
namesake.
main
character.
character?
He's not the main character. Yeah,
Okay.
it's his daughter who is the main character basically.
Oh, okay.
He's the namesake of Helm's Deep.
Yep.
Yes, I know.
Alright. So, who are missing in initiative? Tang is missing in initiative. 1, 2,
not in-
3,
And
4,
Dunan.
5, 6. Dunan's missing in initiative.
And Aeolus and me are switching up.
Okay.
Yep, so I'll
initiative.
swap mine to 3.
Is Dunan 3?
Hunan goes to 25.
I'm 3, yeah. I rolled
Okay.
a 3.
Alright, it wasn't an initiative, that's all. So Dunan's 25. Aeolus is 3. Sort. There we go. Siegfried, I'm giving you Tang to control because I have a stat block to
Okay.
manage.
Yeah, no worries.
I'm going to drop Tang behind Jaya in that case, though. She'll swap with
Okay.
Jaya. So Jaya, you have a 13. Because she has alert as well. And then Tang has an 8. But that way you don't have back-to-back stat blocks to manage. Okay. Top of initiative. As this creature appears, this rotting corpse smell permeates the space instantly. This is an armored individual carrying a wicked-looking mace. What'll you be done?
Oh boy, seems like we found the garden. What am I gonna do?
Oh, here's a handout for you.
Well, yeah.
Woo!
Sweet. It's got tentacle eyes. Nice.
That looks like something out of Tomb, and it's terrifying.
Yes.
For reference, there is no gear. There's no table. It was the best map that I had for a squarish room. So don't even worry about terrain, basically. Ceiling's here for the purpose of Jaya, and Tang is 30 feet.
I'll run up and shield shield of faith myself.
Okay. Get your Shield of
And
Faith going.
Make it.
I will mark your concentration. Go for it.
1 hit, 1 kill. Oops.
29.
Roll twice.
Oh, it only came through once.
And
29 hits. All right, that is.
Yeah.
You no longer have divine favor going, so please unmark that.
yeah.
So it is 12, 13, 14 points of damage. Let me double check if we have resistance and immunities here. Everything seems to go through normally.
Just checking. Can I add the superiority die and make it a goading attack?
You may. Absolutely.
But
That's when you hit,
1d6.
you goad, must make a wisdom saving throw. Got it.
Ugh, 1 more damage.
Yeah. Adds up. Next one. And then it makes a wisdom save. 25.
Yeah.
It is not goaded. One of the eyes just sort of makes this squelching sign and
Oh,
it shifts
God,
and looks at you.
You even uglier than the last monster. And second strike.
All right.
Oh, God.
25. 25 would hit. It is going to spend its reaction raising the mace and parrying the blow with this dull ringing sound echoing throughout the space.
Cool. I got some tricks up your sleeve. That's it.
All right. At the end of your turn, it's going to use a legendary action. And make an attack against you with the Mace of the Void.
Now, when it does something, the shield can also do something.
If you did not have temporary hit points, you would gain 10
Wow.
temporary hit points.
Yeah, but I can use my reaction to impose disadvantage on the attack.
They can attack against you or force you to make a saving throw. Yep, so it has disadvantage on the blow. That changes the 29 into a 22, which I believe misses you thanks to Shield of Faith.
Yes. It does.
All right.
Nice.
One
I
legendary
can
action
have
used.
those tricks up my sleeve.
Very cool.
Little fucker.
Brings us to Heliwrast. It is anything but little. One of the
Yeah.
eye holes just opens and closes like a lamprey mouth.
Oh,
Ew. God.
Oh, God.
Um, Let's try guiding bolt. See what happens. At a level 3.
Level 3, 14 does not hit it.
Shit.
As the bolt of energy shrieks towards this creature, it raises the mace and just interposes the head of it into the bolt itself and scatters the bolt to the walls of the room, leaving new scorch marks upon the surfaces. Anything else?
Wonderful.
Movement, pulling Corin.
Pulling corn, that's it.
All right, go ahead and get her hit points set. The end of your turn, it is going to use another legendary action. It's going to cast a spell. Dunan, make me a wisdom saving throw, please. As you find yourself in the grip
Wisdom.
of what appears to be hold person. You're fine, though.
30.
30 succeeds,
Yeah,
you're good.
I don't know why
Yeah.
not two rolls.
You are not held. That brings us to the right hand's turn. It is going to move to here. And it is going to make 3 attacks with the... Ooh. This spell's fun. It's going to cast a spell instead. My mistake. Does anyone have a reaction?
It'd only be Jaya, I believe.
I don't.
Yeah, fuck it. Counterspell that.
Okay.
I don't like it.
At what level would you like to cast your counterspell? Actually, no, never mind. That's not the rider of counterspell anymore. My mistake. Counterspell's a save now. Go ahead and put counterspell in the thing.
It's a save, yeah.
Yeah. It's a wisdom save. Oh, constitution save.
Constitution.
Okay.
You don't waste the spell. But
Yeah. No, that
it fails.
I think the spell
What?
should be wasted if it fails. So
Yeah.
it gets a 22 on the con save.
I would like to woe it.
Certainly.
Reaction.
You need a 6, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hail Mary.
Ooh,
No.
not quite.
Well, bam.
It is now concentrating on anti-life shell. No one, unless you're undead, can approach within 10 feet of it.
So no melee.
I'm going to set an aura on it. There we go. If you are within the aura, you're fine. If it willingly pushes you into the aura, the barrier lasts for duration. The barrier prevents an affected creature from passing or reaching through. An affected creature can cast spells and make attacks with ranged or reach weapons through the barrier. If you move so that the affected creature is forced to pass through the barrier, the spell ends. So if it moves, for example, if it moves closer to Heliwrast, the spell ends. But Heliwrast can't approach it. It will.
Jaya trapped.
No, you're in. You can leave, but then you can't come back in.
I can leave.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I think
Um,
we can make spells and strikes through it.
Correct. You can
As
use
long as
range
we're not
stuff
within
through
Yeah,
it.
we
You just can't get
physically
closer.
can't.
It will then use its bonus action because it cast a spell to make a single Mace of the Void attack on Dunan. 19 does not hit. And that brings us to Siegfried.
Nope. Dodge out of the way. You crafty one.
Around to you, Siegfried.
I am going to use my action to cast trusty handy dandy aura of vitality.
Okay. Aura of 30 feet.
30-foot radius. Do you want me to put the aura on? Or
I got it. Already on it.
Okay, cool. Awesome. So until this spell ends, aura moves with you. You can use a bonus action. Unfortunately, I'm using my bonus action for something else. And I go
Alright.
into Archer form.
That is not how Aura of Vitality works anymore.
And then with Archer form.
Hold on. Aura of
Oh,
Vitality is now automatic. It works no. Yeah.
Okay.
So,
Okay. So
it is.
Yeah,
Hold
I
on.
keep
Let me
forgetting to change that spell card.
drop Tangs onto into chat. I believe it's when you
Oh,
cast
yeah.
the spell, and then at the beginning of each of your turns.
Yeah, I need to double check the 2024.
Of
updates on my
course,
spells.
there's a lamprey gif.
Yeah. Is it Aura of Life now or Aura of Vitality?
Aura of Vitality, level 3. Yeah.
Okay. Don't see. Oh, there it is.
Yep. Ignore her
There
healing.
it is.
Yeah. So it's a 30-foot emanation. It's the new words for radius centered on you.
Yeah.
When you create it, and at the start of each of your turns, you give 2d6 to something. So you have Jaya,
Okay.
Dunan, and yourself that can be recipients at the moment as you cast it.
I'm gonna give it to Jaya. I'll give the 15 to Jaya.
Oh,
Okay.
thank you.
It is not
And then,
15. It is.
I will take.
It is not
Oh,
15.
Oh,
That's from
no,
Tang's stat
that's
block.
Tang's
Tang
feat.
gives it
Yeah.
chunk. Yeah.
Yeah. So that. Yeah. I was like, damn. That's why I went for the 15. I was like, oh, it's way better than normal.
Yeah.
But,
You can't roll
yeah,
15 on
now I
2d6.
understand. No. I will then
try.
make archery shot.
Okay, go for it.
I'm getting more and more confused with the rules now too, because emanation is a Pathfinder term, and
Okay.
now we're using it in I'm gonna there's a lot of Pathfinder rules that are slowly
Yeah.
leaking into D&D with this update.
26
So I have to
hits.
remind myself which game we're playing.
9 points of damage
Yep.
to the right hand. 9.
I am going to
That makes a
stay where I am.
concentrate.
It's my turn.
It does not fail the concentration save.
Is it reacting to the radiant damage in any way?
Yeah,
or
I
is it-
wanna. Can I do a woe on the concentration save?
You can attempt to. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Go ahead and
I
roll.
will attempt to.
It still maintains
Probably doesn't fail.
concentration. Yeah.
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 That is my turn.
Yeah, it's pretty hardy as far as constitution goes.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah. I figured I'd go for it.
all
because,
good. No,
I don't
definitely
get
worth
to
it.
use woe that often.
Yeah.
I don't get to use that often.
Does not
That is
seem
my
to
turn.
have any aversion or ignorance of radiant. Seems like it deals normal damage. The end of your turn, it will use a legendary action. I would like Dunan and Jaya to both make wisdom saving throws. It's going to use negative flood.
Is shy and within the range? No.
She is not. You both succeed, so you both take half damage. Uh, 24 halved to 12 points of damage. So Dunan, that's actually 2 to you total.
Okay.
Yeah. Jaya takes
Yeah.
12. Dunan, your con save is enough to maintain concentration basic damage, correct?
I think yes.
Yeah, you have +9. Yeah, so you're good. You can't fail.
Yeah.
All right. You
So
would have had
what was the
disadvantage.
legendary action?
That was a legendary action. You would have had disadvantage on that
Is it?
save for reference as well. But it doesn't matter.
So the question now is, I lose my temp HP and gain 10.
No, it used the action, so
Legendary
you
action?
gained the temp. It did a legendary action, and then it immediately ate up that temp.
But I had already 10.
Yeah, so
From
you
our-
now have 0 temp
Okay.
because they don't stack. So it's interrupting the
it
initiative.
doesn't stack, but not the question is, I had 10. It hit me for 10. Do I get the 10 because it used a legendary action or no?
No,
That's the question.
yeah,
Oh, it's
the timing
order
of when you gain the
operations here.
temp. Yeah, the timing of when you gain the temp is when it chooses to use a legendary action, not
Okay.
after the effects of that legendary action.
Okay,
It was
so
prior.
if it uses another legend action, then I get the 10.
Correct.
I get it.
Yeah, like let's say it
Just
uses a
making
legendary
sure.
action to attack you, you would gain the temp before the attack.
Okay. Okay. Just
Alright.
to make it clear for me.
All good. That brings us to Jaya. With Tang on deck.
Okay. Going to skitter around to here, set Dunan up for a flank next time. And bonus action played song.
Noted.
Whack it.
26 hits.
Assuming 26 will hit.
That it does. 3 points of poison does not go through. It is undead, as you've ascertained. 8 points of slashing does work, though.
Okay. And something cool that I never do. It's ranged, never mind. So I'm gonna arc as well.
Hey,
Great.
that is 14 points of damage. I need a new target for arc, please.
A new target.
Yeah,
the
it
vault
arcs.
door.
Oren.
Pick a creature. Yeah, Corin's probably the safest target, truth be told.
Oh, sorry guys.
I mean,
Yeah.
well,
Big
Uh,
Oren.
7 does not break Corin,
Takes
I
it.
was just gonna.
oh,
Nice.
yeah.
but that's an odd number. I'd like a new target for arc, please.
Yeah.
Dunan has
looks
the
the
highest
best?
AC.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
me.
And then sorry.
That
I
misses
would-
Dunan.
Fucking A.
It would have gone again, too.
Yeah.
I just
That,
stuck my head into my
Alright.
armor.
that is how the TPK happens. It's the first, like,
Just
successful
arc bounces everywhere.
Yeah.
Just round after round, it hits everyone in the party once. Oh no.
That's like the saddest little fireball, but it's like a personalized fireball too, so it just seems extra shitty.
That brings us to Tang with Aeolus on deck. Prior to that,
Um,
it's going to use a legendary action and make a mace attack on Jaya.
Now I get it.
Now you gain 10 temp.
Yes.
Jaya, 28 to hit you.
God damn it! Yes.
You take 7 points of bludgeoning, 9 points of necrotic. You're not concentrating on anything, so you're fine there. And you are thrown 20 feet directly away from it, and your speed is halved.
Oh.
Oh, look, you're in prime healing spot.
Yeah. Good. Fuck.
Now we come around to Tang.
Wag.
Oh man, Teng didn't want to heal though. Oh,
She's not known for that, so it's okay.
yeah. I had a good spell. I should really heal Jaya. I
I
don't
can
like
heal
being.
Shia.
Yeah, don't worry about me. Fucking hit it. We gotta kill this thing.
No, it's doing necrotic damage, so I wanted to. She has a really good spell that helps with necrotic damage.
Let's go.
Is it Toll the Dead?
She is going to use an action. Oh, okay. It is one action to cast. Sorry, I thought it was 10 minutes. One action to cast. I'm going to cast Aura of Life, emanating
Ooh.
from Fang.
Your resistance to necrotic damage and hit point maximums can't be reduced. That protects you from the border, the negative ethereal for 10 minutes as well,
Yeah.
in theory. If an ally with 0 hit points starts in the aura, they regain 1 hit point. Nice. Also, an aura on her token. Hers will be light blue. There we go.
She's probably going to stay on the ground to make sure everyone gets in the aura, because I think the further she moves up, it's not like a pillar, right? It's like
No.
a sphere.
It's a
Like,
dome.
yeah,
Yeah.
so-
If she takes a
yeah,
5-foot step to the
so-
side, she gets Siegfried as well, and then only.
Yeah.
And if she goes there, she gets everyone.
Okay. Can I stand here?
You won't get Dunan.
Oh no, Dunan. Yeah, sorry, I missed. Dunan was covered by the. Yeah. That's an action there. I don't think she has any non-spell slot
Concentration.
bonus actions. Oh yeah, concentration.
I got
Gotta
it.
remember that. Does she have any non-spell slot bonus actions? Don't know. Yeah, I think that's her turn then.
Lovely. Okay. At the end of your turn, the right hand will take its third and final legendary action for the round. And it is going to cast Bane. I would like Dunan, Siegfried, and Jaya to all make me charisma saving throws, I believe. Let me double check Bane.
What's the DC?
Yes, charisma saving throws, please. You don't know what its DC is.
Nice. Nice. Come on, Jaya.
Jaya, you are baned. You have a -1 penalty to attack rolls and saving throws. Notably,
1? Cool.
Bane is a concentration spell. Anti-life shell does not drop. Brings us around to Aeolus.
Cool.
Aeolus is going to slowly walk by Shia and is going to hand her the Supreme Healing Potion. And then he's going to step in front of Tang and take the first shot with Star Metal Blaster.
One of the eyes sort of squelches over towards you. The other one's still looking at Dunan behind it. 26 hits. Alright. Does not seem to take any additional damage from... you've not activated your Crimson Right. You've been using lockpicks.
Oh. Well then,
So it
bound to
was
happen.
7, 10, 18 points of damage total.
Aeolus is going to. Which way is Vergasiv pointing? It's still pointing towards the door, right?
Correct, yes. Took you 10 minutes to work on the lockpick
Aeolus is
previously.
going.
It's 100 rounds for the record.
Aeolus is going to reach to the katana, slice his hand, and he's going to try to blood curse of the binding the creature.
Okay. Strength save, if I'm recalling correctly.
Amplifying it. Yes.
28.
It succeeds.
All right. Roll me. You did roll a d8. Thank you. For the amplification.
Yep.
You got a 2. Very lucky for you.
Um,
You're also within Tang's
Yeah.
aura, but I don't think you are allowed to reduce your damage in any way for that.
No.
So you do still take full damage for your own blood curses.
And
That would be
then-
busted. That would be crazy
Yeah,
if you could just
that'd be really
negate
good. Yeah.
100 damage.
Oh, I can't.
It's not
Also
loaded.
use my bonus.
You can use your other action and do a
Yep.
full reload, or other attack and do a full reload. We'll say that's fine.
Yeah.
That way it's ready to go next round. That brings us to
And that's my turn.
Dunan with Heli on deck. What will it
Done.
be, Master Dwarf?
Yep.
Smack it. Make its head.
I made a Dwarven War Priest in another campaign that's heavily based on
25.
Dunan.
Absolutely hits. Another 10 points on there.
Question.
Answer.
Can I aim for the eye that's looking at me?
Sure, I'll let you aim for the eye with the next
Thrown
attack.
Maybe.
Sure, why not?
Is it melee or is it thrown? Because I
Make it
don't know
melee.
How high it up is.
You can call it a melee attack. I'm adjusting its AC accordingly, but you can make a called shot. I'll give you something for that.
A cold shot. Damn. With
Just swings wildly. You're not expecting this thing to move as it does. It really throws you off balance for a moment.
Oh,
All right.
I don't think I can push it with the shield. I don't know. Make it prone.
That's a strength save, correct? The shield bash.
Yeah, TC 17. Yeah.
Got a 22 on the strength save.
Right.
You could have potentially shoved it. Because in theory, if you shove it back into Aeolus, you
No.
cancel out anti-life shell.
I'll move over to here.
Okay.
Being closer to my compatriots.
Perfect.
That's it.
Brings us to Heli with the right hand on deck.
Okay. Does Corin count as undead?
Let's.
Born is a construct, right?
She's not a construct.
She's a spirit, I think.
She's-
Oh, okay. No,
Um,
spirit. Spirit.
We will say Corin can enter the anti-life shell. You may enter with
Okay.
Corin. I'll make
Corin's-
the call now.
Corin's going to attack.
Because she's not a creature in the conventional sense. Like, she occupies her
Right,
space.
she's not
but-
dead.
Yeah.
She's not
Can
alive.
Born give
yeah.
Dunan flanking?
Corin can provide flanking. Yes.
Yeah, probably.
There you go.
So Corin will provide flanking, and okay. I don't know why I have 2 of her here. Let's
I
see
put her
here,
with a flanking,
Spirit
yes.
strike.
Yep, go for it. 29, no advantage
Oh,
needed.
nice.
20 points of force damage in this thing. Yeah, that is nasty. Very good.
Nice.
All right.
And that was my bonus action. So I'm going to hit him with misfortune. At
Okay.
least try to.
Wisdom save, if I'm recalling correctly.
Mm-hmm.
All right. That is an 18. What's your DC?
Yeah, let's see.
I would totally woe that, but I've used my reaction.
Oh, 17 is your DC. Okay.
Yeah.
That's a cantrip,
Corin was
so
a
yeah.
good one.
Corin got you the damage that round. Misfortunes reflavored Vicious Mockery.
Yes.
All right, that brings us to the right hand, who regains his legendary actions to start with, and is going to beat the shit out of this dwarf. All right, 3 attacks from the Mace of the Void on you, Dunan. 27 on the first hit. 20 total on the second, which is a miss. 29 on the third, and it's the third it is going to shove you backwards. So your proficiency's 4, so you're reducing this damage by 4 from the bludgeoning. So I'm going to give you all of the... He's within the aura as well.
Be shoved because of it.
Oh,
Can't be shoved
yeah.
because of his armor, right?
I can't shove you back, can I?
Yeah. He's rooted to the ground.
Do you choose to use your reaction to reduce the distance that you're shoved? You muted him.
Yes, I do. Sorry.
Okay, gotcha. So I'm going to give you all the bludgeoning with the reductions for your heavy armor master. So it's 12 reduced to 8, and then 7 reduced to 3, so 11 total. And then your necrotic, which you are resistant to because you're within Tang's aura, is 15 and 15, so it's 15 total.
Baron.
And you're shoved 10 feet back to Aeolus.
Into Aeolus. Cool.
I would also like concentration checks. 2 of them, please. The DC on these, let me double check, is going to be... Only one of them actually matters. DC 13. First one. You're good. So you maintain concentration on Shield of Faith. The right hand will then move. That's its plan. Anti-life shell will break, but it will move to here.
Oh God.
And that'll bring us to Siegfried's turn.
Okay. At the start of my turn, the aura of vitality healing goes off. Between the two, who's more damaged, Aeolus or Dunan?
Aeolus.
Because I can't see Aeolus's health bar.
Really?
Yeah, I see.
Yeah.
I see everyone's health bar except for Aeolus.
me too. But it has been since the campaign started.
Yeah, that's basically been that way the whole. Oh, Teng's here.
Dang.
Okay. I will send the healing to Aeolus then.
Okay.
Aeolus, you get 8 healing. I am going to move up.
Everyone should be able to see the text overlay on
Next
hit
to
points at this
10.
point.
Sorry, I was right here. Need to...
Welcome,
Okay.
Tang. Siegfried's doing his movement. They are, you are also, in the midst of a fight against a creature that was summoned as you're trying to get into the vault door.
With an action, I am going to... Looks like everyone needs some amount of healing right now.
I'll send you a picture.
Helly's okay, but
Yeah. At the start of my turn, I'm gonna use my Twinkling Constellations ability, and I'm gonna shift into Chalice form.
Okay.
I am going to use an action to Cure Wounds Jaya.
Okay. Go for it.
And then I'll get another bonus healing on it. Sorry, I'm trying to decide what to do. It's
All good.
taking a little longer than.
There's a lot of
I'm gonna do.
moving parts here.
Yeah, I am. Shit, I'm running out of spell slots. I don't want to use any of those. I'm just gonna do a level 1 cure wounds on Jaya. Just get her some hit points.
Oh, no, I was
Oh
I was gonna
god,
say
it's got a
save
cone.
it, but then
It's got a cone.
I
Fuck.
thought that. Never mind, please give me that.
Kelly's
Well,
gonna
Fine,
die.
thank
She's
you.
right in
Technically,
a dead
The cure
center.
wounds come. The cure wounds come through. I accidentally close that. So Jaya, you get 9 hit
Yes,
points, and
thank
then
you.
with my chalice healing, I'm gonna send to Aeolus.
I think you need it more than me.
Yeah, yeah. Also, I'm a dumbass. I've been forgetting that I've been resistant to necrotic damage this whole time because of
Oh,
the armor.
Rip.
So yeah, fuck. Yeah. So I will heal myself.
Oh, with the chalice healing?
Yeah.
Okay.
The chalice healing.
Sounds good.
So
Also,
I
Um,
get 16.
Jaya, I
Yeah.
think you're the only one that it matters for.
Mhm.
I don't know if you've spent it yet. At the end of Siegfried's turn, it is going to spend a legendary action to cast a spell. Do you have your reaction, and would you like to use counterspell?
yes.
Okay.
Or you get coned by something.
You don't know what spell it's
Mhm.
casting.
We see the
I don't-
measurements
I-
though.
I
Bone
don't care.
spell.
I am pissed at this thing. So, never
Uh,
mind, I'll cast counter
that is
spell.
a dirty 20. Do you have your reaction, Siegfried?
Yeah, I am going to try.
Would
and
you
blow
like
it.
to? Okay.
Yes. There's the
Hey, there you
Beautiful.
go. All right, let me mark off
the
the
first
slot.
time WoW has worked in so long.
It was casting fear
Oh my god.
to make some of you forced to
Well.
flee.
Well, they are immune anyway.
Not all of them.
Yeah.
What is?
No.
Not all of them.
Whoa!
What are these spell effects, man?
Whoa!
What
Aeolus,
the hell?
Aeolus just pops off.
Brings us to Jai. Jai, you get your reaction back,
Can
and
you
it's
do
your
that
turn.
again?
What was that?
Is it still an action to drink a healing potion?
Bonus. It's action to give it to someone else.
Okay.
Administer to
Lovely.
fallen aid, but bonus to drink it yourself.
Uh,
Lovely.
I assume we're ending shortly after, but am I giving control back to Tang next turn or?
I believe Tang is on audio only.
Okay. All right. I'll keep playing then.
Yeah.
Cool.
She's just tuned in to
I just
listen
wanted-
to me kill one of you.
Yeah. I just wanted. I need to spend Jai's turn planning what to do. There's so much
Oh
more
my
to read.
leg!
All right. Sorry, Jai, for interrupting.
No, you're good. Aeolus, you said it was supreme or superior healing.
Supreme.
Yeah, it's the big.
Beautiful.
It's the big
Alright.
one. 48
Jesus,
healing.
thank God.
That's a
I
potion.
was so hurt.
That's a 2,500
Is
gold
that, like,
potion
waffle?
normally. That's a costly thing.
Wow.
That's a-
Uh,
That's a spicy piece. All right.
And
Yeah, that's the one that Tang gave me.
Yeah, that's the one Tang made. For just such an occasion, Rajaya dying.
I'm gonna use lucky, so I have a straight roll, and I'm just gonna fucking cast fireball because now I'm annoyed.
Yes, fireball the
Why?
group.
What are you luckying? There's no roll.
Just to because I had disadvantage
You know.
on. I have disadvantage on my. Yeah, I do.
There's nothing that you have to roll
Is it
for
no longer
fireball.
I,
It has Bane.
well,
That's
it's negative.
negative 1d4 on your attack
Okay,
roll.
then never mind, I don't-
Your attack rolls and
Yes,
saving
I
throws.
don't use a lucky,
Yeah.
so it's next.
All right. Did it recharge? Ooh. Okay.
Did that
Um,
just annihilate Heli?
No.
No,
she can
I'm
aim
gonna
it.
angle it, so
Yeah,
I
she
mean,
can
I,
just-
I'm not. I would not choose. Yeah,
Okay.
I'm just gonna go him and back.
Okay.
I love these new spell effects.
It's like Heli's fire resisted, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Orcs
no,
are fireproof. That's a deck save.
kind of.
It has advantage on this. Natural 20. Still takes half damage for 11 points. So it's starting to look rough. Get in
Starting to
there.
look rough.
Yeah. All right. Anything else, Jaya? Staying put, moving?
Mm. No, I'll stay put.
Okay. That'll bring us to Teng. Teng, if you would like to chime in audibly and tell Siegfried what you want to do, that's fine. Aeolus
Sam,
is
I was
about
gonna flame strike him.
half health.
I
Well,
was
that's
gonna
it.
flame strike him. Do I have your approval?
Yes, we can
I
hear you.
Yeah,
can hear
barely.
you barely.
You're going in and out.
I'm
We
gonna assume
spoke
that
too soon.
I'm gonna assume that's an affirmative. I'm gonna flame strike the
Heard,
guy.
heard sure. So, Flame Strike. It's a spell.
There
It
we
has
go.
advantage. Deck save. I like these deck saves. These are good. 21. 11, 18 is 29, halved to 14. As this beam of energy drops down upon the thing. Helly, your face is getting a nice sunburn right now. You are right next to all of these explosions.
Yeah.
All right. Any movement there?
Just to make sure Heli stays in the circle, I'm gonna stay where I am.
Okay.
No, thanks.
The necrotic circle, yeah.
That brings us to the next legendary action that it's going to take. It is going to take. It's going to do a shadow jaunt and move 25 feet directly through you, Heliwrast. It feels like it becomes incorporeal for a moment, and then charges up towards Siegfried
Hello?
and Jaya through your form, and then reappears. And
Ellie,
you get
Ellie
this
lifts a
shuddering
hand
effect.
up to see if she stinks like that guy. He went through.
It's
so
not
she's like,
great.
oh God, I stink. Yeah.
All right. That brings us then to Aeolus with Dunan on the deck. And we'll pick up at top of initiative next session, I think.
Aeolus is going to shift over, use a bonus action to hurt himself.
Okay, do it. Yes! 8 damage.
There we go.
Nice one.
Aeolus down to 38.
Don't
Activate.
cut off your head, your arm, Aeolus.
We can't reduce this necrotic either. This is all going through.
That's fine. I'm good. Smack it with Vergasiv. Wow.
Yeah, 28 will hit. Jeez. There's 12 points total. Let me double check resistances. Nothing to do with lightning. Okay. 12 points.
Wow.
And 26 will hit for 16 points. All right. Anything else? That's action bonus movement, right?
Yep.
End of your turn.
That's it.
It will take a legendary action. Done, and if you don't have 10 temp, you have 10 temp. It will use its Mace of the Void legendary action to make a single attack. Aeolus, that is a natural 20 to hit you.
Woo-hoo! Just barely
Bye-bye,
hits.
Aeolus.
Okay.
It's halved, so
Not all of it. It is 16 points of bludgeoning damage
All right.
and 30 points of necrotic damage, halved to 15 because you are resistant thanks to Teng's aura. So 15 points of necrotic. What do you... What? Oh, you're low.
Aeolus will spit on the ground and we'll look up and go, is that all you got?
He says as he's 20 feet away from the creature.
Is that all you got? Oh, hey, Corin.
Flying, flying.
I think he thinks he's looking at it still, but he's just talking to Corin.
Yeah.
Like he doesn't even realize. And Corin's like,
Eyes are just like, just completely blurred over. He's like, you think this is on? Just.
Just a chittering spider angry sounds. Brings us to top of initiative, and we will pick up with top of that Dunan next round.
Oh, great! I'm Hercule now.
Hercule is my favorite character from DBZ.
Oh, I need to roll.
Don't shame Hercule.
Yeah.
Hercule's
Alright.
Not
the grog.
Yamcha.
Okay, that's acceptable.
Have fun. Don't kill
Isn't that
me.
Mr.
I'm not going to be
Satan?
able to be here next week.
No
No,
worries.
we want you here next week, though. We would
Well,
love
you
to
know
have.
what, though?
Happy New
I
Year.
might
then.
be able to
Yeah.
listen, but I'm going to be
Okay.
helping my son's friends move. Because
Oh.
apparently I am the only person they know that can drive a large U-Haul.
That's ridiculous.
So
Next week
Yeah,
is also
CDL
100.
license.
Next week is
no,
also.
no. I'm just not terrified to drive that big
No.
truck. The U-Hauls, the biggest U-Hauls are still not CDL.
Yeah.
Next week is also 100 games of Water of
But we
Droucia.
are on next week, right?
Yeah, we are on next week.
Ooh,
Yes,
Nice.
and next
So
week.
someone is gonna die, guys.
Next week is the 100th one. Yeah. So.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, guess what?
And the last one this year.
Yeah. Yeah.
Considering everything,
Okay, it's okay. I have my backup character planned.
I'm gonna
Oh, man.
plan
You've
one.
had your
I'll
backup
wait
character
later.
planned since the first session, so I don't want to hear it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes, because
I guess-
Aeolus wasn't supposed to make it this long.
You
All
said
right.
it like 100 times now that you have a
And-
favorite.
And honestly, as bad as Aeolus is, I feel like Armis was way worse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, because
Yeah.
Sam's grown as a
Arthas was
player.
able to fight. Aeolus can't.
Yeah.
Yes.
Use fear. Use anti-life
Yeah. I
shot.
hope everyone has a good holiday and
Yeah.
Happy New
Yep.
Year, Kim.
Yep. Happy New Year.
Same
to
to
you guys
everyone.
Too. Merry
Yeah.
Christmas. and
See
ya
nearly
next
all
week.
of you next week. Alrighty.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
See
See
you
you
Okay.
next week.
Bye.
Bye, guys.